Hello. Let's get started. I don't know if anyone's here yet. Uh-oh. Am I talking to a void? Well, fuck it. If I'm talking to a void, I'm talking to a void. Who cares? Hello, Silva. I don't even know if Resist is in here right now, actually, to be honest. So, whatever.
People always ask me why they call me the
Okay,
drink.
this might be my lowest rated viewership, but we can
Here's
do
what
it.
happened. Basically, I came back from the future, and Frieza was waiting for me. And this nigga said,
You think you're the drink, bitch? You're not even the cup. This nigga got a middle bump with a low taper.
this nigga's the
Oh,
drink.
we got another viewer.
This
Let's
nigga's
go.
liquidity.
That's two.
He can't be a solid. Niggas call me the drink.
They call him the what?
When I was a kid, niggas call me the juice box. But now I'm the drink.
Artie, hello.
A beverage of sorts.
Vegeta's the cup. Because he is my father. My son is
Oh,
the
this
drink.
music just does not make sense
I
to
am
you.
the cup. I don't give a fuck. They call me the cup. When my son was a kid, niggas look at his liquidity and at his riz. Don't tell me that shit isn't skibbity. We in the club popping bottles like 50. No cent, it's 50 thou. Why all these bitch niggas running they mouth like.
This is the parody song, okay? If you don't get it, this is the parody song, alright?
They call him the what? Niggas call me the parfait. Cause I'm sweet in the cut. Can you suck on my what? Can I call you the slut? All niggas I have a taste for. You just have to look at my past. It's a bomb toppy I crave for. Although you were the last, I miss you.
I don't know about that. Ginyu's dead, so I'm smoking a pack. This nigga Frieza think he's really him. He must be smoking on crack.
They call him the what?
Niggas call me a
Beverages.
drink. I'm a rich nigga paid, so she wanted to link. Fuck you know about that. This nigga gay, you could call him the twink. Bitch, my pocket's fucking fat. Put a scope on a cake, cause it's one of my kinks. Frieza, you're just a fucking scrub. Niggas call me the cup and I don't give a fuck. Frieza, what the fuck is up? You be
They call
smoking
him the
on crack, you be
cup. They
smoking
call
on
him the
buzz.
cup.
Niggas call me the drink.
Let's get this shit going, everybody. What are we?
I'm gay. I suck penis every day. Fuck me in the ass until you make me spray. I'm fucking gay. I hook men romantically. Drop your balls into my mouth. I really love the taste. Yeah, I'm gay.
Chat, what are we? Can I get a reminder? Can we get rainbow flags in chat if anyone's there?
To keep the straight away. I'm fucking gay.
See, Artemis knows what's up. I realized like last stream the fucking audio levels were too low. I blast everything now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my last name is the same. I'm fucking gay. At least that's what they say when they see me dancing gaily in the big gay fat parade. Yeah, I'm gay.
What are we? What are we again?
Flay and wash it down with piss like delicious lemonade. I'm fucking gay, and gay sex is my trade. Bottom to top, I'll call the lot and make it rain. Don't tell my wife, she's not about this life. She doesn't know I'm with her, cause she looks like a guy. Don't tell my kids,
why?
They never would forgive. They don't know that I'm the one who killing penis kids. Don't tell the cops, they'd confiscate my cock and lock me up in jail with all the early cons. Tell the cops,
You should tell the cops.
I'm gayer than they thought. I've got a taste of man flesh and that will never stop. Cause I'm
What are we now?
That's right, I'm gay.
Yo, I got Disco Nitro, y'all, and let me tell you some shit. Fucking worth it. Fucking worth it.
Cause I'm gay. That's right, I'm gay.
Oh, is my mic like hella muffled? Yeah, it's kinda... I'll explain that in a second.
They call me Gay Jack the Ripper, cause I hate women and I'm gay. I'm like gay Jeffrey Dahmer, if he was normal and not straight.
Okay, so the reason the microphone is muffled is because I'm so loud that I deliberately got a muffled sounding microphone to like condense the volume. Cause I be yelling like a motherfucker and then like the mic just gets exploded all over the fucking place. So now we have a mic that like, you know, holds my power level back a little bit. Anyway, what are we doing today? Alright. Today we have a throwback stream because I do a throwback stream once a month where we go over some OG drama so you guys can get caught up with all the internet bullshit that I be spouting that nobody understands. But first we have to start with the intro. Cause y'all know like I was yapping for hours last week about Ethan Klein's apology or Ethan Klein's fucking lawsuit. So iDubbbz drops an apology. And, no, wait, why am I liking this? I fucking hate this guy. 6 million subscribers. Anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna get into the apology first for the intro.
Hello, everyone. I am going to be talking about a very important and heavy topic for me. If you're unfamiliar with the context of any of this, I'll give you a brief rundown. But that is not the main...
What do you mean my mic was weird enough for you to tune out English? Did you just ignore me? Wow, okay.
main purpose of this video. I do think it's important.
So this is iDubbbz apologizing to Ethan Klein for, you know, the slanderous... Hold on. Artemis. You know what? I'm going to do something and tell me if I sound clearer. Do I sound a little bit clearer now? Please tell me if I sound a little bit clearer. Or if there's, like, too much background noise now. I want to know. Because, like, this might be relevant.
To share a little bit of my side of the story, but...
Yeah, so again, I thought Alyssa Clips would have this up. She didn't, but I guess iDubbbz already got to it. Apologizing to Ethan Klein.
I don't want to take away from the purpose of this video, and that is to apologize to Ethan Klein.
Now I sound clear? Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I have like this big foam filter over it. Kind of clear. Right, so it's supposed to be muffled, but I'm supposed to still be able to come through. I had like this foam filter like tune out background noise, but I guess this mic has like filtered itself enough. That's good. Again, I'm really fucking loud. I don't want to like destroy this mic just by like fucking like screaming into it 24/7. That's why we kind of need this shit.
And his family, especially his kids. Basically, Ethan is suing me for having rebroadcasted a statement made by Destiny on my stream. I did...
Right, remember, he didn't even say the slanderous fucking statement. Nah, try to whisper. I'm sorry, am I too loud now? Again, he didn't fucking make the statement. Destiny said it. Destiny was joking. Then iDubbbz broadcasted the statement, disavowed it, and then kind of left it up there irresponsibly. And he gets into the weeds of it. He admits what he was fucking doing. We just knew what he was doing. But I was just like, the slanderous lawsuit is not fucking... The fucking, like, the fact that he had to sue him on Canada's terms, too. I mean, we all went over this last stream. So at this point, we're just watching the man... Again, like, he should have, like... He did do, like, a half-baked apology, but he should have just done this before, like, the lawsuit happened. But, you know, in the face of a lawsuit, yeah, I mean, do what you need to do, man. And honestly, I think this apology is genuine enough. I mean, he's honest about it enough.
Display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and...
Is my mic too loud now? See? Okay, now the filter is back on. I am getting two very different opinions. Filter on, filter off. Now. I need to know now, because I'm going to lose my fucking shit if I don't know now.
It was wrong. It was
wrong. It was wrong.
And I even said that I don't agree with it, but it sort of highlights...
Hey, Artemis, if I asked you a question of do you want pizza or waffles, and you say yes, does that sound like an answer, or does that leave me with more questions? Okay, so keep it off. All right. Silva said off. Artemis, you must concur now. I'm going to keep it like a little bit further away from my face, but we're going to leave it off. How about that?
How I knew that it was a wrong thing to put out there into the universe.
It was wrong! It was wrong, I tell you! It was wrong! Okay, screaming is the thing. Yeah, I scream a lot.
And show people, regardless of the point I was making, it was wrong. I was angry, and I was like...
Audio Chixie was right last stream, which was like yesterday. Audio's the biggest motherfucking issue.
How do I get this guy to, one, not clip me, not mock me and harass me on his live stream, and two, this guy's a fucking bully. I'm angry. I'm angry that this multimillionaire is silencing people and suing people who have a much smaller audience than he does. And
right, and again, like, I feel like most of Ethan Klein's lawsuits, like, were valid. I think the one against H3 Snark was valid. I think the one against Frogan was valid. I think the one against Denims was valid. And I think the Noah Samson one is also valid. I don't think the iDubbbz lawsuit was ever valid. I don't think there was any universe where the iDubbbz lawsuit was okay behavior. I'm saying this now. I don't think the iDubbbz lawsuit was ever justified.
Can barely defend themselves. And so I'm angry. I don't like bullies. So I wanted to do something that would have an impact.
And again, this is partly why I say, like, I think this, like, apology by iDubbbz right here is, like, actually genuine. Because, like, he's still criticizing Ethan. Like, he's not, like, bending over like a little bitch and saying, like, Ethan was right and his lawsuits are all justified and he's, like, fucking God. No. He's like, I still think Ethan Klein's a bad person. Right? Like, he's still, like, honest. He's like, I still think Ethan is bad. I still think what he's doing is bad. I still think he's being, like, overly litigious. Recession indicate. Oh my God. We're gonna look at the comments right after this. I just saw a recession indicator and I was like, we have to read the comments. So yeah, I think this is like a very genuine, like, I think iDubbbz is being genuine here. I think he's, like, giving, like, an honest, like, opinion, and an honest apology. Cause, like, he's still not bending over for, like, Ethan Klein. He's, like, still, like, he's still holding to his values and shit, you know?
Impact. And, without checking in with myself of whether or not that was a right or wrong thing to do. I justified it in my head at the time. I was like, okay, well, it's not my words. And it's actually said by a really bad guy, Destiny. Not a fan of that guy. It's very clear that...
Again, and I really wish we should talk. We should really... We need to double down on this. Destiny was the fucker that said it. And Ethan... Hello, Jessica! Don't ever apologize to Ethan. you and I have very different opinions on Ethan Klein very easily, and I'm not going to entertain those. I'm not going to do this argument. I don't like Ethan Klein in particular, and I've lost a lot of respect for him after the lawsuit. But I hate him a little less than I do hate Hassan. So
that it was never the right thing to do. It was a comment about Ethan and his children, and it was disgusting. I said at the time in the stream that I don't agree with it.
And again, right, like, iDubbbz is being like a mature adult here. Like, I think he's genuinely recognized, like, oh yeah, I think I went too far. I think I was a piece of shit for this one. Because, like, even if you don't like Ethan Klein is scum. Even if you don't like Ethan Klein, just like Jessica says, Ethan Klein is scum. Even if you don't like him, fair enough. The children don't deserve it, though. The children don't deserve it, right? I don't think you should be able to go around and just start calling people you don't like child molesters. I don't think you have that right. But I also don't think that iDubbbz should have been sued for a statement that Destiny fucking made. Destiny made the statement, and then iDubbbz, like, literally disavowed it, and sure, he signal boosted it, but he disavowed it, and he still admits to the shit that he did here. We know he was being a little bit of a shithead, but he didn't deserve financial ruin for that. I don't think that lawsuit was ever valid, and I think it set a dangerous precedent, and I'm glad Ethan didn't go through with it. I mean, I think the can of worms has already been open. Hassan's worst crime is being boring and derivative and unimaginative. He also did abuse a dog. Can we put that on the list? He abused a dog. He abused a fucking dog. I think he has, like, a couple of crimes on the list. He's also, like, admitted spreading propaganda and will, like, straight up make shit up all the fucking time because he's an idiot. I don't think Ethan Klein is, like, as, like, fucking dishonest as Hassan is, personally. And also, I think Ethan has a little bit more aura, although I think after this, they might be in the same boat. I think Hassan and Ethan Klein, because here's the thing, to me, Hassan and Ethan Klein aren't even terrible people. They're just like, oh, you know, like, they're not good guys, but they're not, like, particularly, like, evil or anything. Like, I don't think there's a reason why there's so many hate videos for either of them, because it's like, these two are the most vanilla motherfuckers you'll ever meet. These two don't, like, have, like, anything, like, out of this world to say or do. I'm gonna be honest, the amount of hate that those two motherfuckers get on a given day is insane to me. Like, both of their communities are, like, fucking cucked beyond belief. The way they fucking snark each other out. And, like, but the fact that iDubbbz kinda got a win out of this is insane. Ethan Klein's biggest crime as of late has been giving iDubbbz the win of the century.
It, but still sharing it and broadcasting it to people for 40 minutes. That was an irresponsible and reckless thing to do.
And again, this is why I say this is a mature, like, he recognizes, like, yeah, that was fucking stupid. I shouldn't have done that. And I respect this apology. My respect that I lost for Ethan Klein went into my respect for iDubbbz. That's how bad this scenario has gotten. iDubbbz did something fucking shitty, and he handled it like an adult. And Ethan was like, fuck it. Okay, I'll drop the lawsuit, I guess.
Especially for parents. Like, there are many parents with kids out there who do not want to see that shit, and it's painful. And I'm sure it was extremely painful for Ethan and Hila to read that shit and have it pop up again and again and again. And just because it's coming from a piece of shit guy...
And again, of course, iDubbbz just learned empathy at 30-something. How old is iDubbbz? Hold on. He's 30-something now. Why is my computer on, like... Why is my keyboard on, like, all caps right now? 35! At 35 years old, iDubbbz learns empathy! Dun, 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 dun.
And I'm showing it to people. Like, look what this piece of shit said. It's wrong. It's wrong to do.
Hold on. Can I find the clip? Charmander learns empathy? Can I get somebody to do a mock-up of this, but, like, with iDubbbz instead of, like, Charmander? Can I get that? Can somebody do that for me? I'm kind of begging for that.
And I didn't, you know, I didn't come to this overnight, right? Like, to be frank, I'm angry. I do not like Ethan. I think he's doing a lot of damage to people online. And it changed the way that I was thinking about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't ground myself. I didn't think about, like, who is actually being affected in this instance? And Ethan's family and his kids are being affected. I just because I don't like Ethan, I think it's wrong to find an attack vector that is his kids. It's foul. It's not okay. And I think it was wrong for me to use the Destiny screenshot as a cudgel to make my point. I didn't need to use the Destiny screenshot to make my point. There's a million other ways I could have done it, but I didn't. And I regret that I didn't. And I regret that I ever put that screenshot on my live stream. That's the main reason why I feel.
Okay, and again, I think all of this is just genuine. Just based on, like, his behavior as of now. Like, he hasn't sucked up to Ethan. He hasn't bent over backwards to appease him. He's still called him everything that he's wanted to call him. He's still being honest about what he believes about Ethan. And he's also recognizing, like, yeah, I kind of fucked up. And you know what? I can respect this. And Ethan Klein seems to agree. Hey, Ian, I appreciated the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. So, Ethan Klein seems to agree this is a genuine apology, and he's dropped the lawsuit. Now, if Noah Sampson could just...
Like, I do need
all
for
Noah
myself...
Sampson needs to do is grow up and be like iDubbbz. All Noah Sampson needs to do is grow up, swallow his pride, realize that he's been a beaten dead horse for the past 3 years, and bend over like iDubbbz.
For my soul...
Or not bend over. iDubbbz didn't bend over, but be a man and acknowledge your, like, fucking mistake and folly.
To own up to this and acknowledge that I went too far. It wasn't okay. Ethan and Hila and their family do not deserve that. At the end of the day, whatever happens with the lawsuit is what it is. For myself, I needed to make it known on the internet that what I did was wrong, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that way. I want to make content that I'm proud of.
I think we're well past the I can make content that I'm proud of, iDubbbz. I think we're well past
don't want to give in to a harassment back and forth online. I want to put my energy into making content that I can be proud of and that I'm not...
Again, we're well past that, iDubbbz.
...going to be ashamed of because I lost the plot. I want to stay focused. I want to check in with myself and know what it is I want to be and what I want to do and what message I want to spread. And this isn't a message I want to spread. So I'm sorry to Ethan and Hila and your family. You guys didn't deserve that. I'm going to think about all of this a lot more, I'm sure. But for now, I really do want to just get back to making the content that I want to make. Having said all that, I wish everyone the best. I genuinely want to see a better world, and I do not want to be a contributor to what makes it terrible. So long.
But what an adult. Can we get a round of applause for iDubbbz? Holy shit. Actually, you know what? I might just like this video. Homeboy looked at his balance and decided this is cheaper than doubling down. That was such an indicator. Is the reason I'm here. Should have done this video on a Dragon VTuber model. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I'm sorry. Somebody uploaded that. What the fuck am I doing? Hold on. Wait, because he did the thing in the Dragon VTuber. What is this AI shit? Willie Mac just finished on iDubbbz or what? Ew. What? What kind of fucking video? We Are Charlie Kirk K-pop remix peak. The Diesel patches upload. I can't find it. Is this the Ian Joe Ma iDubbbz attempts to become a VTuber Scorched Legume?
This is...
I think it's on Twitter. This is the internet versus video. I don't know if we'll watch the whole thing. I think we'll just watch like a couple snippets of it. And then we'll get into... Can we just hop from this to the main segment? The first main segment of today, or no? No, because I want to watch Lust's coverage of this, and then... Oh, it's not the internet versus video. Oh, this is Ethan Klein's, we're going to speed through Ethan Klein yapping.
Finally, and Ian and Anissa news, this is fantastic, you guys. Ian,
I thought he was going to stop talking about iDubbbz. This is after he's going to stop talking about iDubbbz, by the way.
Has issued an apology for making the silly joke that I molest my children.
Time for me to explain to you guys why I haven't had Scorched Lagoon on in a while.
Scorched Lagoon is his alter ego, the dragon, the $1.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
so
funny.
not just you, everybody liked it. It was the only time people actually watched and supported his channel.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. People like iDubbbz more as a VTuber model. Shit. Oh shit. That sucks,
It
dude.
was when he did this dumbass dragon thing, because he'd get involved in the beef, he'd be silly, whatever. So all of a sudden, he stopped doing it. And by the way, Denny patrons, they're dropping. Okay, my Denny's patrons on the up. We be farting, stinking up that diner.
What is he talking about? What is he talking about? What the fuck is what?
Okay, you don't know what you're smelling. You don't know if it's fucking sausages or human feces.
What? What happens on the H3 podcast? This is why I don't watch Ethan Klein. This is why I've never watched Ethan Klein. I never thought he was remotely entertaining ever. I just thought, oh yeah, he's at least he's like he got like dunks on fucking Hassan Pike or whatever.
In my Denny's. Yeah.
Smells good. It was kind of like a way for me to like get involved in the slop. That to be honest, I don't like being. I've said kind of all I wanted to say with the content comp.
Is that right?
That's usually my strategy. Is like, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it.
Really? Because you spent months and months directly interfacing and shouting out a vile, disgusting, degenerate snark, and all the same people on Twitter. Now suddenly it's change of heart.
Okay, what the fuck is this? I'm sorry, is he gonna go over the apology? I didn't pre-watch this, by the way. I'm not Asmongold. I pre-watch a lot of my shit, but his empathy has returned. The post-nut clarity is hitting like a wayward moon. Screw this clown. Look at him trying to act like it was up to him to back off. Absolutely. Yeah, but like, dude. Again, it's not like Ethan. What about this is like the absolute power fantasy some of these fucking losers need. Oh no, I see. It wasn't Ian losing to apologize on his. Oh, it wasn't Ian choosing to apologize on his own. That makes so much more sense. LOL. If Ian had just not done the content cop, Ethan probably would have forgotten about his cowardice long before now. Yeah, probably.
I wonder if
That being said, I don't like the hype up for Ethan Klein as if he's somehow like above like. He's jumped in the. At this point, he's one of the pigs in the mud. Like, are we? I know he's Jewish. That might be a little bit insensitive, but at this point, he's one of the pigs in the mud. At this point, is YouTube recommending to me my own fucking stream right now?
there's another reason.
Do a follow-up video, but
Hello, welcome. Yay!
I've been indulging the dark side a little too much.
Is that right?
I have my own principles, my own.
Guys, Adam's a real one. Adam stuck out my last stream, was one of the only like 2 people in there. I'm pretty sure the other person might have been me by accident. Unironically. Give the fucking, what a fucking W viewer.
Values, and
Wow.
I'm like, it allowed me to roll around in the pig shit a little bit more.
There you
And
go.
there's aspects of that I like, but it's not really like, it doesn't super align with my principles. I think one of the things is
He's too principled, guys, to joke about a man molesting his children. He's only now had to change. I've only realized now, guys, that was wrong. Huh. I watch a lot of
Has
people.
he even said that? He hasn't said that.
He does. Yeah.
He's dancing around it.
He gets there. But I feel like a lot of people reacted to this, and it's so funny because I'm the only one that has the additional context that makes this all make sense. And I'm going to give it to you guys after the clip. So stand back and stand by. And surprises throughout. So no skipping.
woke me up a little bit is like, okay, wait a minute. I need to take a step back. It's the Destiny thing about Ethan and his
Wow,
kids.
yeah, Destiny.
That was one of those where I was like, oh man, I think I stepped too far out with this one, where it's like,
Right, so iDubbbz already acknowledged this was wrong before. Yes, you're a mod now. iDubbbz already acknowledged what he was doing was wrong before Ethan ever sued him. Like, that's the fucking craziest part to me, is like, but this is a half-assed apology. This isn't what Ethan wanted. And I'm like, so you sue him to get what you want? Is that what we're doing now? Is like, do you think just because somebody pisses you off and like they don't apologize in the way like you want them to, you get to just like beat them up on the side of the road? This is insane to me.
You know the reason that I, showed you guys the comment about Ethan and his kid.
You're a mod since I made you a mod. Congratulations. Also because you interacted with chat. I think a lot of you are just listening to this in the background. But that's good. That's fine. Honestly, this is going to be a long stream, so buckle up.
Yes. It's because it's like Destiny's he's a piece of shit, and he has bad intentions. But he's going easy on this guy. Not going easy on Denim's, Frogan, Casey Tron, Noah.
By the way, their thesis...
What the hell was he even talking about?
It doesn't make sense. Their thesis is that I'm a misogynist, only pick on women. I probably shit on you more than anybody of all of them, and I'm suing Noah Samson.
I think Nicholas DiOrio had a good clap back to this, but I don't remember what it was. Like, I mean, Ethan at this point has sued 2 guys and 2 girls, so I don't really know if that makes him a misogynist. That's purely 50-50. But like, he was talking about their fan bases and the fact that like Noah Samson raised more money than both women in like a single day and they had like their GoFundMe's up for the course of a year.
By the way, as well. So you platformed it because you're a fucking cowardly loser, right? And you thought it was fucking cute.
Oh, you're gonna be on Volsies? That's cool.
To platform this horrific, disgusting thing. I mean, that honestly, I would never say that about like that's something like, okay, bro. You clearly lost it. And everybody said it at the time. Everybody talked about it. All of a sudden, now he's got to change your heart. Okay.
Many others, right? And that was my reason for showing it. But I was like, after reflecting a little bit more, I'm like, ugh, I do not want to roll around this big shit. It's not within my principles.
Yes, principles.
To put that.
Okay, I think Ethan is just going to chud out at this point and just act like a big, scary guy. And to be honest, I just don't care that much.
We have a lot to catch up on with Ethan Klein, iDubbbz, and Noah Samson. Now, we didn't even report this, but Ethan Klein had threatened to sue iDubbbz. iDubbbz has made a video saying that he is being sued. So there must have been some type of communication between Ethan's Canadian lawyers and iDubbbz, and that would have been a very interesting case. Now, I've been a proponent of not suing iDubbbz because it's like kicking...
I watched the Dragon version 3 days ago, apparently. Where did I find it?
Somebody who's already found it. And I'm glad that Ethan Klein offered him an easy way out, which is an apology. Apologies.
It was on Nicholas DiOrio's. Never mind.
Solve all of iDubbbz's issues. iDubbbz just has to apologize. He did. He apologized. He made a video on his main channel, and his apology was sincere. I think it was more sincere than the first 2 apologies. He clearly wanted to avoid the lawsuit. Now, that makes another win, in my opinion, for Ethan Klein. He's got Casey Tron to apologize. Frogan is in default. And, of course, iDubbbz has recently apologized as well. Now, in this, they're saying, oh, well, the apology wasn't because of the lawsuit. We would have fought it. But it was something that iDubbbz himself wanted to do, which, again, goes back to the sincerity of the apology. It was very, very honest and very open. And I think...
yeah, I think when a lawyer is like, yeah, that's an honest apology, and these guys are like the kings of lying, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to trust the lawyer on this one. I think that might have been an honest apology. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't even watch Les's like video. I showed up, I left a comment about the Dragon version was hilarious. I got like 30 seconds and I left. I gave him the view and I dipped because I realized I should just watch this on stream. And yeah, I mean, I think he was being pretty much honest.
Ethan Klein took
there was no ending. Like he wasn't bending over for Ethan to like fucking bless him or anything. So like I think he was being like for real.
Same way I took it, where this is what you wanted all along, and it wasn't debasing, it wasn't humiliating like Casey Tron's apology was. It was just a regular apology, and that's all Ethan Klein has really ever wanted from these individuals. So that leaves Denins and H3 Snark. As of this recording, I'm sure if tomorrow some news breaks out, as of this recording, the finalized has on the partial judgment on the pleadings has not come out. The tentative was out over a week ago, but the
yeah, Ethan, we all saw Ethan drop the lawsuit on iDubbbz in the chat.
Of this video, we'll see what that looks like. Who knows? But iDubbbz is definitely a victory for Ethan Klein. Seems like iDubbbz realized what he did was wrong, and he made this apology. There's no hostage.
I don't even know if I call this a win for Ethan. I think everybody in the situation lost. I think literally everybody, including everybody on YouTube, is lost. Especially all Canadian YouTubers. Because now like the can of worms is open. Oh, you're an American, a Canadian YouTuber said something you didn't like? Sue him. Sue him.
Video, where the whole idea of Casey Tron was it was a hostage video, and she didn't want to make the video, which probably was true, but iDubbbz wanted to make the video. His wife, who's not Ethan Klein's biggest fan, has basically said yes. It was iDubbbz's personal decision to make a video, and in the video it talks about the mistake, and very genuine, very, very apologetic. Now that leaves a Noah Samson for defamation. Defamation, incredibly difficult to win in the US. If you want a good example of this, Logan Paul versus Coffeezilla. Yeah, this is H3 free production. Hi, Ian. I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. That's all he ever wanted. That's all he ever wants, right? I think that's very fair. Instead of spending, I don't know, $100,000 in Canada, it's very easy to...
Right, but, like, he didn't have to, like, sue him over it, though. the fact that he had to threaten him with, like, he apologized with a gun to his head, and I don't think that's a good thing. Because I think iDubbbz probably could have given an honest apology, even if he didn't have the Jesus fucking Christ. This is a funny fucking picture of iDubbbz. Yo, can we use this picture and say iDubbbz learned empathy at 35? Oh my gosh, this is an insanely good clip. This is perfect. iDubbbz learns empathy at 35.
To win these defamation cases.
But yeah, I think iDubbbz should not have had to apologize with a fucking gun to his head. I think that is terrible. And I think Ethan Klein has like fucking summoned the demons, the litigation demons from hell at this point.
Apparently, but the damages are not that much, so different from the U.S. So I thought Ian's apology was well made. He probably practiced a few times. It seemed very thoughtful. And in 5.5 minutes, he said everything he needed to say. Now we get to Noah Samson. Noah Samson is a grifter. Yes, he had his fundraiser, which has now been deleted. The only proof of the existence of this fundraiser ever happening. Remember, this is like a 4 or 5 day nonstop fundraiser. In fact, some of the fundraiser was him literally sleeping. This fundraiser raised a good chunk of money, but didn't raise enough money for him to donate to Palestine. Many of the people who went on were quite confused. Is this money going to Palestine or is this money going to you, Noah? Many people were absolutely, because they thought this was a Palestine fundraiser like his first one was. I think that confusion, as well as Hassan not participating at all, not even texting him back, led him to delete. I mean, again, if I'm going to spend the time to do a 5 day live stream, you better bet your ass we're going to make shorts and stuff out of it, because holy shit, that was 5 days of my life. But Noah has decided to delete it. I think, it is a strange situation, right? Because Noah supposedly really cares about Palestine. Ethan made the offer to iDubbbz accepted, and Ethan also made the offer to Noah Samson, who Ethan doesn't believe is going to accept. But Noah Samson had a fundraiser. Let me read you the fundraiser. Any fund in excess of $200,000 goal will be donated to Palestine at aid. All money from the fundraiser will be donated once legal proceedings conclude. I'll be doing a fundraising live stream on my YouTube channel starting on Friday, May 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Donate today to defend free speech on YouTube and bring aid to Palestinians in Gaza. So if he really cared about the Palestinians in Gaza, his amount that he raised, $119,219, all he would have to do is apologize to Ethan Klein.
Okay, and that's just like that just covers the Noah Samson lawsuit. I was interested because I didn't know that Noah Samson actually took down the fundraiser thing. That's scary. Oh shit, Noah, you have some. What is Noah Samson doing? What the fuck? Oh, he took down the fundraiser. He took the money and ran for his legal fees. Because here's the thing. The money that he was raising was solely for legal fees. $200,000, none of that shit was going to Palestine. Palestine was seeing none of that shit, dude. Those lawyers want to eat up that $200,000 in a year and a half, bro.
The other day, iDubbbz put out a video on his
Internet Versus. Yes, we're watching Internet Versus, okay?
YouTube channel titled Apologizing to Ethan, where in it, he gives a bit of his thought process leading up to and during the time when he showed Destiny's message on screen, where Destiny is falsely accusing Ethan Klein of doing things to his children that ended up earning iDubbbz a defamation lawsuit from Ethan Klein. As I said, iDubbbz goes over some of his thought process, but also issues an apology to both Ethan, Hila, and his kids. And some took it with sincerity and others not, but Ethan ended up responding to the video saying that he is instructing his attorneys to drop the lawsuit. But there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the Internet versus iDubbbz apology.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea why some guy named Crimes New Roman said Internet Versus was part of the right-wing pipeline. This is like the most apolitical channel I've seen in a while. This channel is like purely apolitical. Like it literally just talks about people on the internet like being mad about something. It like, yeah, it will dip into politics, but he's like not giving it an opinion. This guy's just reading other people's opinions. His whole thing is like giving you balance. Like I wouldn't even say like he's giving you like the all sides balanced news. He's just like, this is what people are saying. Have fun with it. Go fucking argue about it in my comment section. This is the ultimate channel strat. Have no opinions and outsource all your opinions to everyone else. Fucking genius.
Starts when, of course, iDubbbz posted the apology himself on
not even all your opinions. Just outsource like the opinion shit to everybody else and then make content off of that.
Page. And here,
fucking genius over here.
Here is a clip from that apology. The whole thing will be linked in the description, but here is that.
Basically, Ethan is suing me.
Yes, iDubbbz is still around. I don't know if you recognize him anymore. I heard you did a stunt in prison, so I don't know. Yeah, this is him now. I'm sorry you have to find out this way.
For having rebroadcasted a statement made by
iDubbbz learns empathy at 35.
Destiny on my stream. I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said that I don't agree with it, but
we already watched this. Is this literally just all of iDubbbz's apology? From start to... Yeah, that's the entire thing. Okay, yeah, let's
I'm sure.
And over on the YouTube video itself, various people left comments, like a Kobek Dargan who says, empathy levels increasing. Evan KO2 says, Filthy Frank got out at exactly the right time. Joe Fipa says,
oh my gosh, the Filthy Frank reference is insane. Filthy Frank escaped all of this shit at the entire time. Should have done this in the Dragon VTuber model. I'm glad someone did this already for us.
I've done this video in a Dragon VTuber model. Crimson Camisado says, I used to make fun of my mom for watching TV gossip about celebrities. Now I'm watching YouTube slop drama. How the
Yes.
turntables. Then Thought Mobile posted the apology on the H3H production subreddit with the caption, iDubbbz apologizes to Ethan. And Historical Highway replies, he heard Ethan say he'd drop the suit for an apology and instead bet. And Suffix replies,
dude, these fucking stalkers are insane. They're insane. Holy shit.
Probably saw how much the retainer for a proper attorney would be and realized how many pairs of electric socks you'd have to return to make that up. And
Bro, I don't know anything about the electric socks lore, but now I'm like highly interested. Putrid that anyone is bringing Oliver Tree. What the fuck? Hold on.
Name says, yeah, most Canadian lawyers are.
For those of you that don't know, this is Oliver Tree. He's the life goes on and on and on guy. He died he died 5 days ago in a helicopter crash. Just like the way Kobe went out. I didn't know the guy I didn't listen to the guy. I barely knew he existed. I'm not going to LARP, but it's kind of sad that he died at the age of 40. So that's kind of 40, was it? He died young, I heard. He died just about 40. He died pretty young. Yeah. He died at 32. He wasn't even 40. He was 32. He died pretty fucking young.
At least 3 pairs of electric socks per hour. Very expensive indeed. Nice Rabbit replies to the thread by saying, not worthless, but not good. Obviously, it's good he acknowledged how disgusting that was to do, but it feels completely hollow against the months of jokes.
Again, that was a fucking amazing apology. That was one of the best YouTube apologies ever done, arguably. That was like an S tier YouTube apology. I'm no fake crying, no bullshit, no sucking up to the person, no making excuses for yourself. I fucked up. I did this wrong thing. I still think this guy is bad. That was fucking perfect. He hit literally every nail on the head. I think the only thing that like didn't make it a 10 out of 10 apology was like he didn't do it in the Dragon. And that really pissed me off.
About CPS that his newfound audience participates in, and he, from my admittedly limited perspective, seems to at least think is funny. Also framing it like he's mad at
Hello, H.O. Hello. Have you guys played Avowed? No.
For trying to silence criticism? Bro, everyone on the fucking internet disagrees with Ethan at this point. Most of the folks seem to want Israel gone. Noah intentionally misrepresented his views. Denim's hijack.
It's a 7 out of 10 game on Steam. Whoa. How much does it cost? Like $60. That is a personal fantasy RPG set in a world where your choices carve a path through intrigue. Oh, this does not look like my kind of game. It's in first person. Oh no, it's in third person and first person. Huh. It kind of looks like God of War. Actually, I might love this game. It looks almost entirely like God of War. It's like God of War and Lies of P and like fucking what's it called? Kingdom Come Deliverance had a baby.
Jacked and live streamed the content nuke at launch alongside Frogan and Caseytron, and specifically stated their intention to be
Hello,
replacements. I really don't know how that can be
H.O.
talked around. And your
Keep
Velcro
my
cat
chat
says,
right
I didn't
up.
really see him explaining exactly why it was wrong, honestly. He classified it as a careless misstep rather than unethical and dangerous. And Sociology Swag says, the closest he got in the apology as for a why is, their kids are being affected by this, but very vague, not specifying and talking about the wrongdoing. I was weaponizing.
Yeah, he was like, Ethan was being extremely shoddy. r/leftovers, lawsuit retracted, live streams, LSF, live stream fails. We're going to LSF. LSF is unhinged, dude.
Over on our live stream fail, Champion Times also posted the comment that Ethan left on Ian's video with the caption, H3H3 drops his lawsuit after
It's free on Game Pass. I just got Game Pass for free, technically, actually. Because, like, I did unironically just get free Game Pass. It's wild as fuck. You're digging it. You're playing on third person. I might check that out. I might. Because I just got Game Pass for free, like, for a month because of Discord Nitro. So I might take that as a tentative
iDubbbz makes an
win.
apology video.
I take that as a tentative win the way Denims took her fucking tentative win.
Phone Telephone says, a sad day for the lawyers. And Dr. Coctor says, a sad day for the unemployed too. And Karma replies, happy day for the employed.
A very sad day for the unemployed. This really blew over faster than I thought it would. This was handled way too maturely by iDubbbz. I can't milk this. I'm sad I couldn't milk this for an entire other segment.
They aren't watching, but they randomly felt happiness. And Klesamara says, hello, yes, this is one of the employed. This is to show receipts at the dopamine heads. Please do not reply as we are working. Thank you. Evanly Official says, is an apology all dude wanted? And 1171151011411109710 says, I mean, he...
Why did he read that out? Why did he read that out? He read all of that out. Why?
Drop it for an apology. So, yes. And Ben Cap replies, people acting like Ethan just folded as if this isn't exactly what a cease and desist is. Ian could have done this a month ago and avoided the lawsuits, but he thought Ethan was bluffing and just...
I mean, Ian technically already did apologize. Ian could have apologized months ago when Ethan first started saying all he wanted was a friend to have his back, not stab it. This is all Ethan has been asking for since the beginning. Again, a lot of these motherfuckers think that, like, and again, like, I'm not saying iDubbbz has ever been in the right versus Ethan Klein. I'm going to be honest, he's been mostly in the wrong. But still, dude, you can't just you can't just start threatening people with litigation every time they say something about you.
Marvin around says, Ian could have apologized months ago when Ethan first started saying all he wanted was for a friend to have his back, not a stab it. This is all Ethan has been asking for since the beginning. Okay, Temperature says, this is all Frogan had to do too, wasn't it? And Slurping Lorp says, basically yes. He also said the offer was up for Noah Samson as well. And Norbound Wolf says, I highly doubt Noah would ever even consider apologizing for his disgusting behavior, and I genuinely think he derives pleasure.
Bro, Noah Samson isn't even that bad, bro. I mean, unless I'm missing something, in which case we can do a throwback stream to Noah Samson, but I don't think he's that bad. I want to see what Hassan Piker has to say. This is a very short intro segment. I thought we'd go through this longer, but actually, seeing that I started the stream at 8 and it's 8:46, this is not a short intro segment. I'm tripping.
Over on the Leftovers H3, CGA Per posted this Hassan clip of the reaction to the iDubbbz apology with the caption Hassan's take on iDubbbz apology to Ethan.
Ian's apology was not done to avoid the lawsuit. It was done because he felt like it was something he wanted to do for himself. Yeah, I can see that. In any case, you know, I obviously disagree with it. I don't think he should have apologized for it. But if he felt the need that he wanted to apologize for showing someone else's comments.
What the fuck do you mean he shouldn't have apologized for it, Hassan? Did you want iDubbbz to face financial ruin? iDubbbz isn't as rich as you, Hassan. I mean, unless he means Ethan should have never have sued him. Fair enough. Although I think iDubbbz, like, morally speaking, should have apologized to Ethan for the shit that he said. Or not the shit that he said, for the shit that he broadcasted Destiny saying. I think that was a little immature. And I think iDubbbz admitting to the fact that he knew what he was doing with that. Like, honestly, I think the most mature take was just apologizing outright.
Ian has said this 2 other times already. It's just after the Moist vid, Ethan said he wanted a sincere one and he would drop the suit. Ugh, gross.
Damage to people online. And it changed the way that I was thinking about it.
Like, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting to me that Ethan Klein runs around and like gets to manipulate other people's behavior like this. Like, or he just...
Right, Hassan, but you put a shock collar on your dog, so...
gets to behave like a petulant child, a sociopath, where he's just like, apologize to me.
Again, the guy that put a shock collar on his dog, bro, you're not better than him. You guys are both fucking freaks, dude.
Again, a 3rd time, and maybe I'll consider dropping the lawsuit. It's just bullying. You have a lot of money, and you get to bully other people, and it's crazy that it's like in iDubbbz's situation, I'm sure this is sincere. I'm sure it was already sincere. He's just, this is the kind of guy he is, okay? Not the kind of guy I am, but this is the kind of guy he is.
And Jaking at 40 says, end of the day, he saved himself.
Yeah, because you're rich, dude. You're rich. You're rich, Hassan. You're rich, bro. Okay. I think that's enough. Let's get to our main segment, everybody. I am so out of it today, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Dean Withers, the throwback stream. We're doing it. Let's get into it. I hate Dean Withers. And there's a reason I hate Dean Withers. Okay?
The right to consent.
There we go. There we go. This is the reason there's 2 reasons, there's 2 big reasons I hate Dean Withers. But let me tell you something. I'm only doing this because Cody was like, what's wrong with Dean? What's wrong with Dean? The fuck do you mean what's wrong with Dean Withers? So I hope Cody is just uneducated on this, because if so, this is going to leave a really bad taste in my mouth. So today we're going to do the first guaranteed clippable VOD, why I hate Dean Withers. And this says enough. Dean Withers orders his fan base to dox a father and report him to CPS for saying that children aren't able to consent. This is exactly what happens. This is not some snark shit. This is not like misrepresenting the truth. This is literally, objectively, exactly what's happening here.
The right to consent to 65-year-old men looking at your son while he's naked?
I wouldn't allow it.
Now, the caller legit literally says, and again, this is some shit that's like morally fucking like weird as fuck. Like listen to Dean's question again. Listen to the caller's response.
Right to consent to 65-year-old men looking at your son while he's naked?
I wouldn't allow it.
The caller literally says he wouldn't do this shit. Like, he even crosses the line. Like, this is where I'm like, okay, the smart thing for Dean to do is go in and say, okay, if you think, why wouldn't you allow that? Investigate his morals, why he wouldn't allow that happening. Investigate the caller's morals, because the caller doesn't seem to be okay with this type of behavior and says he wouldn't allow it. So again, you can't even hold this caller morally culpable for this, because even like morality wise, he's on the right side of this. But listen to what happens next.
Do you think that you have the right? Do you think that you have the right to allow it? Do you think if you did allow it, that you would be?
Fun fact, because Dean Withers is a fucking uneducated idiot, this is perfectly legal. Parents do have the right. You don't have the right as a parent to have your child like abused. Like you can't like say, hey, I consent to this person beating my kid, because as a parent you can't beat your kid. But like, let's say you have a baby and you need someone to watch that baby, and you get like your sister to watch the baby, and then like the baby shits its pants, right? You can consent to your sister changing your baby's diapers. That's legal. You can do that. Fun fucking fact. This is legal. Dean Withers is so butt fucking stupid. He doesn't realize what the shit that he's talking about here. Yes, you have the right to do this.
You have the right to allow it. Do you think if you did allow it, that you would be violating the consent of your child?
You can't violate. Children can't consent, by the way. Children aren't able to consent to anything. You as a parent have to consent on behalf of your child. Children can't consent. They cannot. Because they're not old enough to understand what the fuck that means.
They have no choice in the matter whatsoever. It's my decision as the parent.
Exactly. The child has no choice. This is all objectively true under U.S. law. None of what the caller... Look at this bitch-ass fucking face. Look at his little bitch-ass fucking reaction. There is no legal issue with what the caller is saying. The caller is objectively right. Dean is a fucking idiot. This is why I say Dean Withers is a butt fucking like unironically LARPing fucking idiot, dude.
And I wouldn't put my kid in that situation. That's why I think pageants are weird.
Look at him! Oh, he's covering his mouth! Oh no, the caller is objectively correct. But Dean, what are you surprised about? You shouldn't be surprised that the caller is objectively correct, Dean. What the fuck, Dean? What are you surprised about? What are you angry about here? The caller is objectively right about the law. I'm gonna play this shit back.
Do you think that you have the right to allow it? Do you think if you did allow it, that you would be violating the consent of your child?
They have no choice in the matter whatsoever. It's my...
They don't have any choice in the matter. It's legally all fucking true. The parent and his shocked face in hearing objective reality is just wild.
My decision as the parent. And I wouldn't put my kid in that situation. That's why I think pageants are weird in the first place. I would never...
So here you can see that Dean pulls his signature move of just muting the opposition.
Okay, now this is probably some right-wing chud. So I'm not going to listen to her yap because she's a chud.
Like,
probably.
Utter shock about what he just heard, which was a dumb gotcha hypothetical. I hate this.
Hey, man. I think...
And then we're going to finish...
Okay. So here's what we're going to do.
What the fuck? Watch what this insane sociopath does. Dean, and you're probably wondering, why am I saying Dean is a sociopath? What about this fucking white twink, loser fucking soy boy, makes him a fucking sociopath? Watch what this man does.
I think that you don't deserve to have any custodial rights of your...
Who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck? When did you get to decide that? Because number one, the caller is morally in the right. Disavowed the thing morally. Objectively is right, fucking legally, provably on fucking paper. What do you mean the caller doesn't have the right to have their fucking children, you sick fuck? You sick fuck. What is he talking about?
So, for those watching, their handle is...
And he just gives up their TikTok name to everyone. He literally sent his cabal of insane fans to dox an innocent fucking man and endanger him and his children. That's insane. This guy, Dean Withers, is literally insane. I have no clue why anybody gives this man any charity. He literally doxed an innocent man. He doxed an innocent man for no justifiable fucking reason. By the way, there's no justified reason to dox somebody ever. 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 No matter what the fuck that person is doing, don't dox him. Take it to the fucking police. We don't need internet trolls making shit worse for people. And we don't need an idiot like Dean Withers, who's uneducated in US law to this extent, who, just decides to use performative fucking bullshit. Look how performative his reaction is. Look at that performative open mouth face, the fake shocked reaction. His eyes aren't following his mouth. This reaction isn't even genuine. He's covering his mouth as the caller is objectively correct about reality. What in the living fuck is wrong with Dean Withers, dude? My mic is peaking hard. Okay. Hello, Nessie. I have a question. Foam cover on or foam cover off? You're the final decision maker. You're the final decision maker. Foam cover on or foam cover off? Okay. I'm sorry, but this fucker Dean Withers is morally bankrupt beyond belief. He's morally bankrupt beyond belief. There is no excusing this behavior. This dude literally threatened a man and his entire family's life. He literally sent his audience of fucking insane middle-aged moms that jerk off to him every night to fucking dox an innocent man for being morally right, in my personal opinion, and objectively correct about the law in the eyes of the U.S.
Their handle is...
What the he's a psychopath. Right. He's a fucking psychopath, dude. He's not a psychopath. I think he's a sociopath. I think this Dean Withers motherfucker has no empathy. I genuinely don't believe he has empathy. What the fuck, Dean? Bro, why does YouTube keep sending me errors, bro? Probably on. Thank you, Nessie. You're your final decider. Fuck everybody else. Sorry. I stopped following him when he cried over Kirk's death, and he and Parker lied about his family being in the audience. Can I be honest? Why the fuck was that the final decider? Why was Dean Withers' obviously sociopathic behavior beforehand not the final decider? I have to know. Why is it people stopped fucking with Dean after he cried about Charlie Kirk's death? Is that what this is? Because if so, I'm fucking tired of anybody who left Dean over that. What the fuck is your team sports mentality bullshit? Because to me, I think the fucking doxing an innocent man, what Dean did, was hyper fucking morally bankrupt. And Dean is an obvious liar. It's this dude lies too fucking often for his own good.
Withers is going viral for allegedly crossing a major line on stream, encouraging his audience to report a father he was debating surfaced, showing him in a tense debate with a caller who identified himself as a dedicated parent. The conversation, which was the 20-year-old singer flicking for
even explicitly stating to not post it on the internet,
but continued his statement apologizing for his actions. As he stated, I
couldn't find the original apology by Dean. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna be looking at this, I guess, this video. But I have to say this. Dean Withers is beyond morally fucking corrupt, bro. I'm sorry, but this dude, literally put a target on an innocent man for no fucking reason. Other than he had the power and the influence, and he knew that he'd have the defense online to cover him up for it. This dude is fucking disgusting.
Crossing a major line on stream, encouraging his audience to report a father he was debating to Child Protective Services. Now the backlash is growing, and Dean's trying to explain himself. It all started when a clip of progressive American live streamer Dean Withers surfaced, showing him in a tense debate with a caller who identified.
By the way, he's a sorry excuse for a leftist who hasn't read any of the left-wing literature whatsoever. I mean, I bet he hasn't even started on Marx. Let's be fucking real. He didn't even start on Marx yet. He didn't even start on Marx. He didn't even start on the bare bones baby left shit yet. This guy's an actual LARPer. He went from grifting on the right to grifting on the left. I refuse to believe he's an actual leftist. I refuse to believe he practices what he preaches. Because this dude is like terrified to talk about like any topics about like black people or queer issues on like his fucking live. Because they'll get the live taken down. But abortion fucking fine. Women, not even women's rights. I don't even think he yaps about that too much. I guess abortion falls under there. Like he's fine to talk about abortion. He's fine to talk about all this other LARP shit. But he won't talk about like the stuff that TikTok doesn't like very much. He's a fucking LARPer. He doesn't actually believe in shit, bro. He cares more about the views and the money.
The conversation, which was already a heated exchange over the age of consent, took a sharp left turn when Dean turned to his chat and dropped.
Heated exchange on the age of consent. I think this creator's being a little dishonest. Dean was on the wrong side of that conversation. The caller was saying children can't consent. Dean was saying they could. The optics are terrible.
This bombshell.
So here's what we're going to do. I think that you don't deserve to have any custodial rights of your child.
The 20-year-old streamer then...
That clip, every time he says that, my blood boils. This disgusting fuck has literally put a man's life in permanent jeopardy. In permanent jeopardy. He will never be safe again. He will never be able to sleep at night again, fully fucking safe. Because Dean Withers is a piece of shit.
Then shifted his focus to the viewers watching live, publicly sharing the father's TikTok handle, and continued.
It's gonna be their handle. There happens to be anybody in here that's good at, like, has like facial recognition software.
But before he could...
He's literally doxing the man. He's literally putting this innocent man on the map to fucking threaten his life, bro. Dean isn't threatening his life, but dude, he's literally threatening an innocent man's safety for performative bullshit. How can you not hate Dean Withers after that? Like, if you genuinely can't look at Dean as a fucking sociopath after that shit, because he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was fucking doing. This malicious sick fuck. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wasn't protecting anybody. He didn't care about anybody. He was doing it because it got him views and attention. He ruined a man's entire fucking life because it would get clipped online. What a sick freak. What a sick freak.
Could finish the sentence, the father cut him off sharply.
It's fine. Nothing I said was wrong. And why are you trying to dox people, dude? That's weird.
Because I want to find who you are so I could call CPS and have them take your child away from you.
The video has since...
I want to find... Yeet. Why? I want to find who you are so CPS can take your child from you. What a sick fucking dude. Dean Withers is going viral for allegedly asking his audience to go after a father he was debating reporting to CPS. Why are we putting allegedly on it? He word for word said this.
Since been reshared across multiple platforms.
This is not allegedly. This is like demonstrably he fucking did it.
Notably by TikTok user Father Roman 27, whose audience is not okay with what they see as an emerging doxing scandal. One of the most repeated takes, quote,
Dean thinks kids can consent. Somebody check his laptop. Exactly.
27, whose audience is not...
I stand by what I say. Children do not have legal right to consent. Objectively true. It's my responsibility as a father to protect my family and never put them in this hypothetical situation. This guy's a good dad. Look at him and his baby in his profile picture. This is a good fucking father. I don't give a fuck if he's MAGA. You can be MAGA and a good dad. I mean, actually, I take that back. Because, like, if you're MAGA and your kid is, like, fucking gay or some shit, you kick them out of the house. Okay, maybe there's limits. But so far, he's not abusing or harming his fucking baby yet. Right, so as far as I'm concerned, he's a good fucking dad at this point. He hasn't done anything to warrant, like, abusing children yet. Why the fuck is Dean doxing this man and then getting CPS sent to his house? You can't just put a hit out on anybody you don't like. You like, just like Ethan Klein, you can't just go around and start suing people because they say things about you don't like.
Okay with what they see as an emerging doxing scandal. One of the most... scandal.
I'm pretty sure him threatening to dox someone is against TikTok regulations that probably needs to be addressed. TikTok won't touch Dean with a 10-foot pole. He's a cash cow. TikTok won't touch Dean with a 10-foot pole. He's a cash cow.
One of the most repeated takes, quote, Dean thinks kids can consent.
We banned Dean. He's going to go to his backup account. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do.
Someone check his laptop. This isn't the first time Dean Withers has used this parent...
Me, a liberal. Yeah, you're a liberal, not a fucking leftist.
Call-in style
You're a filthy fucking lib, dude.
format or made controversial comments during it. In fact, the resurfaced video shows Dean wearing a tan shirt when speaking with the father he is now accused of trying to dox. While in the streamer's most recent TikTok, he's now wearing a black shirt, addressing the current backlash while still speaking to a different set of parents, once again steering the conversation into legal territory and crowdsourcing judgment from his chat. And around the 3.5-minute mark of the video, after a back and forth discussion of who gets to consent for minors under 18,
Crowdfunding, dude. He's trying to juice money out of his fans, this fucking great.
And what was your first response to that?
Did the parents give consent? Did they allow it?
Precisely.
the 20-year-old creator
Right. Because if parents give consent, it's legally okay. And he would never consent to that as a parent, like he just said. So he's morally and legally objectively right. Why is Dean trying to run around this? The caller is morally and legally objectively correct. Or no, the caller is legally objectively correct. Morally, in my subjective opinion, correct. So what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here, Dean? What the fuck is going on here, Dean? What are you talking about? Do you think you had this, man? You sick fuck? When you're trying to justify fucking sending a hit out on this dude? On his children, on his family? Do you think that's okay? Do you think that's okay, Dean? Sick fucking
explained the accusations of doxing are false, as he directed his viewers to take the parents' public information and privately send it to local CP.
Dean can't touch me with a 10-foot pole because I'm black. I'm a black individual, so he's gonna walk around me like... He'll walk around me like fucking eggshells if he ever fucking somehow ran into this shit. He wouldn't touch it. Oh no, they're black. I can't. My fans will realize I'm like racist.
PS authorities.
Even explicitly stating to not post it on the internet.
But continued his statement apologizing for his actions, as he stated, "I shouldn't have directed my fan base to do that."
Where's the clip? Play the clip. Play the clip.
On the internet.
But continued his statement apologizing.
I don't want the quote. This is why I prefer internet versus. Haha, a kid telling his father he doesn't deserve to have custody for a different perspective is wild. This kid is evil and uses evil people to do evil things. Exactly. When I was 7, I didn't say no to my molester. I didn't know how I was taught to say no, and I was scared to say no. I was not threatened either. As an adult, having been through that, I know a child doesn't have full understanding and can't be trusted to give real consent. Even teens should not be allowed to be with an adult. They are too young to fully grasp predatory-like behavior for full-grown people who they can pray. Yeah. Weaponizing CPS under false pretenses should be punishable by minimum of 30 years in jail. Absolutely. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's hard. It's already hard enough being a parent in this crazy. Yes! He's a sniveling little weasel who absolutely deserves to face jail time for this. Agreed. What he did was 100% a crime. Absolutely. He thinks he's an intellectual, but he makes his brain rot decisions like that. He makes brain rot decisions like this all the time, especially after getting his ass kicked in a debate. That's some chud shit. I don't think Dean gets his ass kicked in debates. Dean always thinks he's untouchable. Well, he's in for a rude awakening. This kid is this aged like milk. This comment aged like milk. This comment aged like milk. I would love to hear what his parents think about this. Yeah. Look at my liberals, man. We ain't winning any elections, dog. That didn't even make sense. Goatman was absolutely right. As parents, it's our responsibility to protect our children because they don't have the cognitive maturity to fully understand what's right or wrong. That's why we sign permission slips for school trips. We've had experiences they haven't, and we're in a better position to make these decisions. What Dean Withers did by doxing him is not only corny, absolutely, but completely out of line. More importantly, promoting the idea children should be allowed to give consent is extremely problematic. Children are still developing mentally and emotionally, which makes them vulnerable to manipulation, coercion, and poor judgment. Letting them make serious decisions without adult guidance opens the door to exploitation and serious harm. What's especially frustrating is that some of the same people who claim to stand against human trafficking are the ones pushing the idea. By supporting the notion that children can consent, they are essentially placing kids in situations to make them even more vulnerable, putting them in exactly the kind of dangerous positions they claim to be fighting against. It's hypocritical and deeply irresponsible. Exactly. You must have a God complex if you ask your audience to ruin a man's life over a mild disagreement. Absolutely. Dean Withers is an egomaniacal fucking sociopath. Dean Withers is an egomaniacal fucking sociopath.
Apologizing for his actions, as he stated, "I shouldn't have directed my fan base to do that."
For that, I take accountability. There was around 1,000,001 ways to better respond to that, and I dropped the ball.
Withers' comment section shows more support for the young streamer. One fan wrote, "The right has tried so hard to cancel Dean for months now. They'll twist anything to make him seem like a bad person." And another explained, "They're all doing, quote, clearly kids can't consent, when the point is that parents shouldn't be able to consent to exploiting their children either." But while Dean attempts to share his narrative in his latest video, the real-world consequences for the father at the center of the original stream are starting to escalate. The man who goes by GoatMan91096 on TikTok has now launched a GoFundMe campaign stating he's preparing to take legal action. In the GoFundMe description, the TikToker, goes by the name Thomas, wrote, "I'm not one to ask for help. I'd much rather just handle this myself. But as a father, it's my responsibility to protect my family. And Dean's actions put my..."
Dude, this guy Goatman really just took a fucking win from Dean Withers. He's really putting the goat in his name, bro. Damn, he's standing on business. He's standing on business.
Family in danger. But while Dean's fans are standing by him, arguing this is another attempt to cancel a rising progressive voice, the GoFundMe signals the line between debate and doxing has clearly been crossed.
Stand on business. Stand on business. Stand on business. Stand on business, goat man. Stand on business. This is Dean's very dishonest response. Audio starts. How you died does not redeem how you lived. I cried because I was scared was the first thing that crossed my mind watching the live that day. It made so much sense to me, and it still makes sense now. You cried because your central nervous system was overwhelmed, and you're not a sociopath. Yes, he is a sociopath. You freaking... Dude, his fans are fucking losers. I'm glad you're not desensitized to gore. It's a privilege to... Dude, his fans are all fucking losers. Not for that piece of shit, but because I realize how fucked up this country is. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Look how mentally cucked these motherfuckers are. Look how mentally cucked these motherfuckers are, bro. This is another reason why I hate Dean Withers, by the way. His response to Charlie Kirk was insane. His response to Charlie Kirk's death was fucking insane. His fans are all mentally cucked middle-aged moms that, like, legit jerk off to this man every night. He's mentally fucking insane. Can't even get his... By the way, we have the exact same mic. I'm looking at it. That's the exact same mic. So I don't know what y'all are talking about with my...
Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone over on YouTube. You can hear me now. I'm really happy that I checked that. Let's go to get the timestamp so I know what to cut after the stream over there. Okay, it's 1 minute and 24 seconds in. So once again, for everybody joining us, I appreciate you so much for being in here with us for the day. The purpose of this stream today is for me to speak to you guys about what has been going on as of recently, and my response to a lot of the claims and statements directed at me made in videos, on top of my thoughts and where I need to take accountability. And it looks like everyone could hear me over on YouTube now. We are good over on TikTok. We are going to go out and allow it another moment. Now, just to get more people in here, here's what I will say. This is going to be a shorter stream. It is going to be a shorter stream. So what I recommend doing is point number 1, if you want to screen record, go for it. If you want to reshare this after the fact anywhere. Point number 2.
He's literally getting his fans to... He's like, I want you guys to clip this and signal boost this as much as possible. What the fuck?
If you are interested in finding a type of transcript, I think I'm going to make one publicly available over on my Discord, which you can find through the link to my bio after the fact. But point number 3, I think that we are all good to go. So we're going to go ahead and hop into things right now. So first and foremost, I appreciate everyone for joining me here today. Over the last 4 days, claims and criticisms about myself have spread like wildfire on the internet, and today I wanted to discuss them with a shorter stream. So I'd like to start off by saying that there's been plenty of good faith critiques made by good faith people. And in fact, I would like to...
You're a piece of shit, Dean. Shut up, dude. You're a piece of shit. There's been many good faith critiques made by good faith people. Yeah, but Dean, you're a piece of shit, dude. You're a piece of human.
Begin by responding to those. I find there to be a couple key points. To address the first one, I'm going to read a public comment left in my Discord echoing it. So we're going to go and start reading that now. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Dean. You don't have to react to this or respond because there are more pressing matters in here to respond to. I don't have an issue with the initial crime. What I'm more so irritated at, because it takes a lot for me to be angry, is the fact that you made some grand moral gesture that you were better than those who felt relief that Kirk could no longer spread his bigotry. I am a queer woman in a red state, and because of Charlie Kirk's rhetoric, I cannot get healthcare that I might need. Because of his rhetoric, my community is constantly being persecuted, and that is just a fraction of what my friends that are BIPOC, especially Black, have had to deal with because of his rhetoric. I couldn't help but be relieved that he's no longer here to...
He doesn't care, by the way. He's only willing to say what he thinks looks the best in the moment. And when he realized he fucked up optically, now he's pretending to apologize with this LARP shit. He doesn't give a fuck.
Espouse his rhetoric and bigotry, and to have some cis straight white boy minimize the impact just simply irritated me. I can't even imagine the hurt and frustrations that others felt just to keep this in mind. So now to respond to that. I said that in response to their celebrating the physical facts of the assassination. However, if I'm going to be honest with myself here, the takeaway of my message for many was that if you feel relief because said bigotry will no longer be espoused by him, you are an immoral, bad person. Now, to that, I apologize. I do. I apologize. I want to clarify. Feeling a sense of relief that this person will no longer be spewing bigotry is natural. And this feeling exists in so many people that were directly affected by his rhetoric. And in fact, it is separate and decoupled from the facts of why he can no longer espouse his bigotry, which are, of course, in relation to how he died. I would like to apologize to every single person that I've made feel differently. In the moment, my brain just simply could not separate the fact that Charlie would no longer be spewing and the fact that he got publicly executed the way he did. This whole thing has mentally fucked with me so much for the reasons that I've already made public and more, such as the it's all about me. The all about me rant is coming. Dean is like a sociopathic narcissist, so I can already see the it's all about me rant. Facts that my best friend was there and had personally witnessed the assassination and the trauma.
My best friend was there. I thought your family was there, Dean. I thought your family was there.
Like he's taken away from that. The fact that I watched the up-close video of his death and the psychological impact that watching such a gory video had on me, or just the fact that I'm a political commentator and I have been scared shitless dealing with the either logical or illogical thought that this might happen to me one day. For these reasons.
No one is out to assassinate you, Dean. We just want you to shut the fuck up, because you're a loser. Like, I don't hate you enough to kill you, dude. I don't think anyone does. I think you're just lame. Like, Charlie Kirk was literally fucking racist. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, Charlie Kirk had a reason to die. I mean, it's not a reason that anybody should be fucking killed, but, like, that is more, like, explainable than, like, anybody wanting to kill you. Oh, like, why would anyone want to kill you? Oh, you're cringe. Oh, you're cringe. It's just like the Destiny response to this. It's all about me. Oh, Charlie Kirk died. How can I make this about me?
Reasons, the day of and the day after, my rational faculties were overwhelmed by my emotional ones. I was thinking purely emotionally, and during this time I shouldn't have been alive. It was reckless and irresponsible for so many reasons. It is also worth adding on here that I'm sure many of you in my life, were in my life or joined my life the day after what unfolded and watched me try to have a conversation with a lady by the name of Kobe, or as I call her, Athena. Wrapping it back into my last point, I shouldn't have been live during this time. I was not in the
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't have, you fucking weirdo.
proper headspace to be attempting to hold genuine dialogue, and I want to let you all know that since then, I have spoken with her privately, as I truly wanted to have a conversation with her in a space where I was more receptive to dialogue. I spoke with her for 30 minutes, and honestly, it was a really good conversation, and that's all I will share publicly about that for now. However, Athena, I apologize, as I told you privately, I also want to say publicly, I apologize for being unwilling to hear you out during our original conversation on live. Now, the next point I would like to address is my usage of the term retaliatory, and one of my videos going over the fact that in response to Kirk's death, people on the right have retaliated by making threats towards HBCUs. This raised questions.
I don't know about this, but I don't think Dean cares. I think he's just trying to obfuscate from the fact that the heat is on him right now. Because, again, he's a slimy little fucking snake in the grass. Do you see how disingenuous and snaky this feels like a corporate fucking response. So I don't see. There's nothing genuine that comes out of this man. He's a slimy snake in the grass. He's not even willing to talk about the controversy for 20 fucking minutes. He's not even willing to talk about it for 20 fucking minutes straight. Not even 17 minutes and 45 seconds straight. I'm being generous and rounding up, dude.
And heads of many, given a definition of the term retaliation, requiring that a retaliatory action is being done back to someone who did something to you first. And obviously this only makes sense in the context of bomb threats towards HBCUs, as these HBCUs nor black people assassinated Charlie Kirk. In my video, I used the term retaliatory in the sense that people on the right wanted to get revenge for the death of Kirk, so they retaliated by baselessly and deliberately being racist and attacking black people at HBCUs. However, I think that
Yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with you? Discussing the controversy. You didn't even do it for 8 minutes. You couldn't even keep it up for 8 minutes. Literally at the 8-minute mark, you switched. You fucking weirdo? You weirdo? Wait, how dishonest and slimy do you have to be? Bro, Dean Withers actually pisses me off to like an insane level. This guy is such a slimy fuck. What do you mean HBCUs? People are mad about you because you were fucking crying over Charlie Kirk's death like a performative little shithead. And now you're responding like a performative little shithead. You're not beating the allegations. You're reinforcing the fucking behavior that everyone's mad about.
The points made on the subject were valid and correct, and I definitely should have used other language to better convey this point, and I apologize for the usage of the term retaliatory. And I think that is incredibly fair. And at this point, there's something else that I'd like to touch on. Directly following Kirk's death, I said something that has been taken out of context and misinterpreted by people on
Cry the context! Cry context!
The right
He's crying context like the way the right-wingers cry context. He's crying context.
and the left, that being a 3-second clip of me saying, and I quote, "If you guys draw this line between the left and the right, I will side with the right." People on the right have taken this clip out of context and used it to promote the right, saying that
What the fuck does that even mean? If you guys have drawn this line between the left and the right, I will side with the right. What are you talking about? What is this black and white childish thinking? Of course it's going to get clipped out of context. Actually, there's no context in the world this works in. That's just like a terrible fucking analysis of the situation. It doesn't even mean anything. Like, it's not even like a valuable statement. Like, I don't even think it fucking holds up cohesively. What the fuck? What is he talking about? Do you see what I mean when I see this guy is like actually a fucking moron? When I say he's actually a performative little shithead? Like when I say he just recycles Parker Burton's talking points?
it will be MAGA soon. I'm going to convert to conservatism, so on and so forth. Meanwhile, people on the
Mashallah, brother, convert to conservatism. Alhamdulillah.
left have been taking this clip and using it to push the narrative that I am a performative grifter who was MAGA 2 years ago, which is also false. That is now going, quote unquote, back to my roots after getting a little pushback from the left.
You were like like right wing as fuck not 2 or 3 years ago. Not 2 or 3. Actually, Dean is like 21 now. So 5-ish years ago. Fine.
Continue to grift and to capitalize.
Fine. Technically correct. The best kind of correct, am I right?
Politics. First off, I think we should discuss the context of this clip. I said that I would side with the right on one specific point over the left if hypothetically the entirety of the left join arms in the open celebration of the gruesome facts of his assassination. This was not a reaction to me seeing people on the left doing this, but rather a statement made directly following Kirk's death to reinforce that the reaction I described of celebrating the gruesome facts.
Is he ever going to really talk about the crying shit? Is he ever going to be like, yeah, the crying shit was a little performative and corny. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I'm a little bit of a corny shithead. I'm sorry, everybody. Why couldn't he just say that? Why couldn't he just be honest and be like, yeah, the crying shit's a little performative. I'm sorry about that. I think in the heat of the moment, I saw the chat and I was like, maybe I should just start crying for the camera.
Of his assassination is not what the left should become. In context, I meant that I oppose celebrating the facts of gruesome violence, not that I would abandon my progressive values, just merely that I would disagree with my left-leaning audience if they were to embrace the open celebration of the specific facts of gruesome violence. And I want to be incredibly clear on this next point. Okay?
Yeah, now he's just like talking about random shit. I think ChatGPT generated this response. I'm not even gonna lie.
To be so clear, I will never, ever side with a movement that seeks to harm LGBTQ plus people, black and brown people.
You don't even talk about them. Let's throw on this back.
Ever side with a movement that seeks to harm LGBTQ plus people, black and brown people, or other marginalized.
He says that, but he's like terrified to talk about queer people on stream. It's funny to watch, but he is terrified to talk about them. He's like, the algorithm will get me. No. I thought you were like a left-winger. I thought you were fighting the fascists. I thought you were fighting the oppressors, but like it seems like you're letting them silence you, you fucking weirdo. You could talk about like trans people on TikTok and not get taken down. But every time he brings it up, he's like, no, for the algorithm. This guy only cares about views and money. He doesn't care about the actual causes he keeps bringing up. That's why he's too scared to talk about queer people on stream. It's actually impressive. It's actually impressive, like Dean, where there's like the lengths that this man will go to fucking LARP, bro.
Communities. Point number 1. The left is not doing this. The left is...
Dean, no one cares about that. No one cares about the broader conversation. We care about the fact that you performatively cried over Charlie Kirk's death on stream. But this fucker is too disingenuous to acknowledge his actions, so he just runs around it, and then he will never, ever own up to anything. This man will never take responsibility for any of his behavior. He's actually a narcissist.
Is not responding with the open celebration of gruesome facts of his assassination. And point number 2, I shouldn't have said this. It has been easy to take out of context and to turn into harmful propaganda by...
It's not just that. It's the fact that it was a low IQ statement that terribly analyzed any situation. Ever. It was a shitty statement, not born out of any logic whatsoever. It was a childish fucking statement. Yeah, you shouldn't have said it because it was fucking mentally stupid, bro.
Right-wing ideologues, and has left many people on the left very confused about where I stand in the authenticity of my content. It was a horrifically worded statement about a hypothetical situation that hasn't occurred, and I have to urge again, and I do not believe that this is happening.
Again, are you going to ever address the fact that you performatively cried on Charlie Kirk's death? Or are you just going to like brush right past it in the beginning so we don't have to talk about it? You should have ended the stream at the 8-minute mark. You should have ended right at the 8-minute mark. You shouldn't have even bothered to go 17 minutes and 45 seconds.
I don't believe that it's happening at all. Now, I see every critique discussed so far as valid and worthy of discourse, concern, and deserving of a response towards myself. And before I continue, I would also like to bring up the fact that right now, I'm looking at the chats over on TikTok. This is not pre-recorded.
By the way, I want you to understand that this is like 2 months, 3 months after the whole like CPS shit. His community sweeps so hard for him. They just swept that shit up right under the rug. These insane fucking freaks swept all of that bad behavior up on the rug. Dean is a sociopath. Dean, not for this, but he is a sociopath. You cried because your central nervous system was overwhelmed. You were not a sociopath. No, he is a sociopath because he fucking sent a hit out on an innocent man. He's a fucking sociopath, and he has no business pretending to be on the left.
This is life. This is life. This is me going over all the thoughts in my head that I've developed over the course of the last couple days.
Yeah, like your reaction to everybody's fucking like backlash about you because you performatively cried about Charlie Kirk's death. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that you had a lot to fucking think about, didn't you? Why don't you just say it? Why don't you just fucking say it? Why do you have to be a dishonest piece of shit? Why do you have to be a dishonest piece of shit?
Now, the last point that I'd like to bring up in the conversation about me crying in response to the facts surrounding Kirk's assassination.
It took him 12 minutes to get there. It took him 12 minutes to get there.
I want to be very clear at this point. I cried because of the gory nature of the up-close video and my sensitivity.
Bullshit. 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 I'm pretty sure you grew up playing Call of Duty, bro. The gory nature. It wasn't even that bad in terms of gore. Have you not seen it? God of War is more gory. What the fuck are you talking about? Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. No one believes that. No, except if it's fucking fans, middle-aged moms that jerk off to him every night. No serious person who's intellectually honest believes that for a second. What? Oh, it was gruesome. No, shut the fuck up. You're a grown man. The fuck are you crying about, bro? The fuck are you crying about? I'm not saying, oh, like, men don't cry. No, I'm saying, like, as a human adult human being, that should not have made you cry, you little bitch.
To gore. I cried because of the fact that although I...
Even if it could make someone cry, that's not why it made him cry. He's just blatantly lying to the camera. He's not even good at it. His eyes are soulless. His poker face is decent, but he's so obviously lying.
Despised him. I still, quote-unquote, knew him personally, as I'd met him on a handful of occasions, and this is the first time anybody that I've personally interacted with has passed in such a violent, unexpected way, and even though I stand against everything he stood for, that was a part of my reaction.
No, you don't. You don't believe in anything, Dean. You're a fucking LARPer. You don't believe in literally anything. You believe in what makes you the most money in a given moment.
Also cried, because my best friend was personally there at his event in Utah.
By the way, Parker wasn't there. Parker wasn't there.
He was also sensitive and had to witness those things firsthand.
I don't know if Parker, if he's his best friend he was talking about, but Dean is lying. There was nobody he knew personally that was there. He's lying about this one.
Knowing that this will be incredibly traumatizing.
As far as I'm aware.
Him. I cried because the BBC had reported that his kids were there, and the thought of
the big black cock?
them having to watch that.
Sorry, that was immature. That wasn't funny. Fucking Grok, edit that out.
The gory, violent event unfold right in front of them hurt me. However, it is also worth adding on that the BBC did later retract that reporting, and they labeled it as false. And lastly, I'm going to be honest here. I cried because I was scared.
Shut the fuck up. You narcissistic piece of shit. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about you. It can never be about like, no, yeah, I was just being a performative loser. I'm sorry. That was some chud shit. I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry, guys. That was fucking stupid. I won't do it again. If this ever happens again, I won't do it again. That should have been the real honest apology. Why couldn't he apologize like iDubbbz? Why couldn't he just look at the screen and be like, yeah, I stand by all of this, but yeah, this was fucking stupid. Why can't he just say that? Why can't he be like iDubbbz and just admit to this shit and be honest? Why does he have to lie? Because we all know why he was crying. He was crying for the fucking views. He was being performed.
I was scared that as a political commentator myself, this could happen to me one day, and the fear became very real when it happened to him. And this isn't a fear I'm labeling.
We legit just saw a good YouTube apology. We saw iDubbbz being honest with the apology. Look at Dean Withers just not being honest at all. He's literally allergic to honesty.
It's rational. And in fact, if you think this reaction was unreasonable, I believe that you have a right to uphold your position.
It was objectively unreasonable. I think your reaction was objectively unreasonable considering you didn't know the man on a personal level or in any meaningful way whatsoever. You had a couple interactions with him. I've talked to dogs before that have died knowingly. I'm not like, I didn't know them very well. I didn't fucking bawl down when I found out they died. I was like, oh no, that kind of sucks, man. I understand the family members that were bawling. You cried on stream because it would get you views. And if you can't be honest and fucking admit that, then we're going to dogpile you harder, you fucking loser.
However, believe that regardless of what it was human. And there's
almost 700,000 subscribers of middle-aged moms that are like fucking sexually attracted to this dude beyond belief. That's not being misogynistic. That's being objectively correct. I'm sorry. What just happened? Where was I at? I don't care if I'm skipping ahead. I don't care what this.
And there's also plenty of people saying, why would you cry over this but not Palestine, victims of school shootings, etc.
Right, because he doesn't actually care about anything. He just like wants Chick-fil-A! Hello! Hi! Right, Dean Withers didn't cry about Palestine because he doesn't give a fuck about Palestinian kids. For the same reasons he didn't cry, he doesn't give a shit about any of this stuff. He has no principles, no morals, no values. He sent a hit on an innocent fucking man. This guy's insane. He's a sociopath. He sent his fan to duck an innocent fucking dude for no reason. He's fucking insane. He doesn't care about anything. He cares about views and money and the $400 fucking super chat that he gets on YouTube every day. This fucker is fucking evil. He cried on stream because he thought it would look good for him. He thought he could get some of the fucking right-wing fans to, like, ease up on him. He thought he would get some fucking money out of this shit. No, it backfired. And now he has to discuss the controversy by being incredibly dishonest, like he's always been. This guy is a habitual liar. He lied about his friends being at the Charlie Kirk death. He lied about his family being there. Parker fucking lied. Everyone's fucking lying because they're all lipers. These fucking white boys that get up on here and think they get to represent the fucking left. Where the black people at, bro?
And specifically to that, I'd like to respond at this point. I have publicly sobbed on live over Palestine. That happened in December 2024, I believe. I have publicly sobbed on live because I kicked a guest with a speech impediment, thinking that they were trolling and mocking those with actual speech impediments. And
okay, what is exactly wrong with my mic audio? Can someone describe this for me, please? Someone in incredible detail describe what my mic sounds like currently, so I can adjust accordingly. Foam cover on, foam cover off. Should I muffle it more? Should I muffle it less? Should I turn down the audio or should I turn it all the way the fuck up? I don't know. Help me. Oh, God.
And in fact, on the same day as Kirk's shooting, off live, I cried over the shooting at Evergreen High School after a student of the high school reached out to me following the shooting that took place. It is uncomfortable for me to describe these specific scenarios of where and when I've cried. It feels weird. It does. It feels weird. And in fact, I know it comes off as a little bit performative, for lack of a better word. But the reason I've chosen to explain these is to dispel the false narratives that I've seen propagated on the internet in the last 4 days. I am just generally a pretty sensitive guy, and I'm not desensitized to violence. I'm not desensitized to gore, and I would like to add that if you didn't...
Bullshit. I'm sure Dean Withers grew up playing Call of Duty. So I'm going to go bullshit on that right now. He's seen that much gore, if not more, before. Every fucking dude about his age has seen more gore than that. If he wasn't on Live Leak back in the day, he's not a real one. Okay? But like 8-year-old me saw the ICE beheading videos, bro. I saw the Jihadi John videos, bro, when I was 8 years old. Bullshit.
Did not cry. I'm not going to judge you. In fact, I would condemn anybody that would judge you. And just to wrap this up, I believe that Charlie Kirk is a man whose death should not be glorified. He is a man who stood and...
Hey, Dean. Good job. You talked about the actual bullshit that you did for 3 minutes. You took no accountability for any of your actions. You were dishonest about it the entire time. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Holy shit. iDubbbz might be better than Dean Withers.
Advocated for hate, division, and a very bleak future for this country. And I stand true and unwavering in my values of liberalism, progressivism, and advocacy for a better tomorrow.
It's like you're pegging out all the way to the far side of whatever max you're allowed. Lots of crackling and stuff. Am I too loud? Am I incredibly too loud? Is just that it? Is that it? Am I just too fucking loud, Trixie? Does this sound better? Does this sound a lot better, or am I tripping? Or does this sound better? Because I just might be insanely loud. I didn't know I was that loud. I'm sorry. Audio issues are shit, and it's primarily...
By making those in this country think critically and to question their beliefs by attempting to revive intellectualism for the greater good of humanity. I appreciate you for listening, regardless if you're over on TikTok, YouTube, or maybe you're watching this after the fact. And I hope that you will give me a chance to prove my words with my actions going forward, especially for those who have supported me thus far and have been disappointed by me, whether by the things I did or the things people said I did during the last few days. And if you want to see this video and the things I've had to say, maybe the things I'll have to say moving on, you'll be able to find it on YouTube after the fact.
I'm going to adjust it
over there, and it's
here,
going to stay
and I'm
public.
going to back up about 3 inches from the mic. I'm going to see if that
And,
fixes it. Because I either ear rape the mic or I don't. It's like one or the other. I'm going to adjust it to here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to max it out, and I'm going to back up 5 inches from the mic, and let's see if that helps. Let's see if the audio is... Trixie, is this solid audio now, or is it too loud? Let me know. And then I think I'll find a workaround for this, because I think at this point it's like I'm backed up from the mic enough. Oh, backing away from the mic is better. Okay, so I backed away. I've turned it all the way up. It's really low, but I could hear what you were saying. Okay. So how about now? Is that better? So I'm a little bit closer, and now I'm still all the way up. Does that sound better? Because again, I just smacked the fucking mic, so I'm not totally sure. Yeah.
Taking the transcript and throwing it in my Discord. And for everybody that has joined thus far, I appreciate you for hearing me out.
By the way, I'm not even kidding. Dean and I have the exact same microphone. Dean and I have that's the Samson Q9U. I know exactly what he has. We have the exact same microphone. So I don't know what he's doing to make his mic sound good. I don't know how to. Yeah, that sounds very much better. I just have to turn my TV up really loud to be able to hear you. The video's louder than you are. Huh. Okay. I'm going to see if like this is the ideal distance and then this is like where I'm at. And then I'm going to turn the video down just a bit. It may be a mixing board he has. Honestly, yeah, it could be. I don't have like a professional mic. I do. I have like a very expensive microphone. It's just I don't know. I haven't I should set it up later. This is Planet Peterson. Him and Dean Withers had a huge controversy. Because Dean falsely accused him of being a pedophile. Because Dean's a piece of shit.
You've seen him on Jubilee, maybe you've seen him on TikTok. But before all of that, Dean Withers was doing this.
While you guys are at home sitting on your asses, I just took a
Yeah, this is like the Dean Withers, what's it called? We can learn how to use it together. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's figure this shit out. Dean Withers used to be like a right-wing fucking shill on the internet. But like I'm not gonna like hold him to this because he was a lot younger, but we boast the most impressive library of curriculum, beating things such as Andrews Hustlers University out of the water.
Private jet out to LA with $1 million. At home sitting on your asses, I just took a private jet out to LA with $1 million.
That wasn't his. This is not real. None of this is real, by the way.
And this rental passenger seats in a
good. Don't ever watch Dean and Parker again. I don't know about Parker, but Dean Withers is a sociopath. I've already like gone through. It's been most of the stream has been about Dean Withers being a fucking sociopath. Not most of it. Actually, we're getting to most of it. It's been almost an hour, so yeah.
Coach duffel bag, couple grand in the lap. I'm about to go drop it at Louis Vuitton.
This never happened. He's just lying.
Living my dream life. What are you doing? Nothing.
What is this? What is this, dude? Is this Dean Withers? Holy shit.
I posted that video not even 2 minutes ago and it already has 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, that's because I laughed too loud. That cannot be helped. That cannot be helped. I laugh too loud. There's no universe in which the mic can stop me from the way I laugh. I'm sorry, Chixie, for that one.
Your ego is the problem. Accept the ridicule.
Your ego is the problem. Accept the ridicule, boy.
Learn from the ridicule. Grow from the ridicule.
Grow from the ridicule. The fuck is this shit, dude?
Give e-business as a cornerstone to developing you as a person, as well as your income online and your skill set.
Yo, 5 ways to shut out and become a millionaire.
The university will teach highly specific skills, such as influencer management and advanced cryptocurrency.
Is this nigga serious, dude? What? No!
Trading, as well as more generalized and basic ones, such as Amazon FBA or Shopify e-commerce. I believe that going into
the Shopify e-commerce, like Amazon FBA method, back in the fucking day, if you were there, you would know.
Individual trades and how to make money online is important. I also believe what is even more important is getting your mindset in the right place and growing your mindset through the right principles. Another cornerstone of the
None of this is actionable advice. Can I just say that for a second?
platform will be teaching these principles. The University of E-Business will be a completely interactive, online, independent platform in which students will be able to learn through various online courses by various coaches and instructors. Do not miss out on the opportunity. We will be opening up pre-sales tomorrow, the price being public as well. More information coming very soon. I'm very happy about this, and I hope that every single one of you are as well, because this will literally change your fucking life.
I get it.
Okay, so... Oh, wait a minute. I can hear myself now. That's good. It means I can actually hear myself. That's amazing. That's great. So I can hear like my audio input right now from OBS. How did I fucking never know that? There it is. Trixie, I found it. I'm too loud. I realize what I know what you mean now. I can hear it. I can hear it. Ah! I resist. I can hear myself now. Okay, now I'm too quiet. Now I'm like just enough loud. But like maybe too far back. Hold on. Okay. This is it. This is the volume. This is the one. Okay, I did it. Hi, Resist. How are you? Okay. I'm going to keep this on for a while until I'm comfortable just listening to myself, and then I'm going to mute it. Now I'll turn my TV down. Yay! Okay. Okie dokie.
A new type of...
What are we discussing? Okay, so you know how how do I... okay. We're going to be discussing, like, Dean Withers in general. Because I think Dean Withers is fucking evil and he should be hated, and I think everyone should fucking hate him. So I'm doing this segment. Particularly, like, fucking Cody was like, why do you hate Dean? And I'm like, this is why I hate Dean. This dude sent a hit out to dock an innocent man for no reason, and, like, he falsely accuses Planet Peterson of being a fucking pedophile. This motherfucker is unhinged, unironically.
Cancer every time I watch that. It's so unbearable. Now, before I go on to tell you that Dean is a disingenuous fake grifter with zero integrity, let me say that almost everything Dean argues about, I actually agree with, and I think he's really good at it. He doesn't...
That's the problem, dude. Dean is an incredibly good debater, like, against MAGA, because he's practiced at it. So he, like, knows what he's doing with, like, the MAGA talking points and the arguments. He's not incredibly intelligent, but, like, he knows. And that's kind of part of the problem.
Doesn't often appeal to emotion. He's logical, and he knows a lot of facts. He seems like somebody that sits down and really tries to learn things so that he can tell the truth. And this video won't end his online career. It's not going to do anything for mine. This isn't going to be the video that makes Planet Peterson explode. I don't know what her name is, but that chick that's been doing all these videos exposing Mr. Beast and like their product lines and how there's mold in the cheese and stuff like that. I'm not going to make more than one video about this. I'm not trying to clout chase or anything like that. I just think that telling the truth matters. And also, there's some personal history between Dean and I that I can use to show that he's a very fake person. So Dean got into some hot water not that long ago because some DMs...
He is. He's, like, incredibly fake. Hello, goated my nigga. I'm sorry. Fucking what? What? Hold on, let me grab the pop filter. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
That he sent back in 2019 got leaked where he was using the N-word talking to his friends. And by he got into some hot water, I mean like literally nobody in his cult cared whatsoever. I don't know how old he was in 2019, but probably like 16 or 17. I don't actually care. I think this is wrong, but you know, two dumbass teenage kids who just say that in their private conversations because they think it's funny or whatever. I don't think that makes the world a worse place. These people grow up and they grow out of those types of things. And Dean appears to be somebody who did that. But it is really just the most ironic thing ever that the cancel culture tone policing lefties who try to dox people who do something disagreeable that gets caught on cell phone camera. Every single week, there's some new viral video on TikTok, and all of the top comments are people writing down what this person's name is, where they work, where they live, and all this other shit.
Try to dox
the same kind of people who will dig through somebody's Twitter going all the way back to 2008 to try to cancel like a professional athlete or politician for something stupid they said. All of a sudden, the statute of limitations is just a couple of years, and that stuff doesn't matter when it's, you know, when it's somebody on your side. But wait, there's more. I'm not going to read this. You can read it yourself. Now, this was early 2022. Okay, now the oldest TikTok video I could find of Dean where...
We're gonna read it. closeted faggot. Oh, I can say that. Okay, we can say that. We can all say this. Okay. You eat a dude's ass and call it. What is this? 2022 dude is insane. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. You can't be saying that, dude. You eat a dude's ass, then call it a joke. Respectfully, shut your bitch ass up. I'll one pump you with my right fist, you incel queer boy. At deleted user chill.
Where he posted was from October of 2022. But he had been doing live streams for
Yo, Dean is built like a fucking twig. Who is he fighting, bro? Who is he boxing? Who is he boxing, bro? I beat the fuck out of Dean in a fight. I think anybody could beat Dean in a fight. I think a cat could beat Dean in a fight.
I at that point, because if you read the comments in that video, it's people talking about like, oh yeah, you got that crazy lady so good with your argument from the live stream. So he was already, debating people on progressive issues at that time in 2022. So do I think that Dean suddenly went from being a homophobe and an alt-right person or some shit like that, I don't even know, to a leftist in 1 year? No. Now, why did he say those things to that person? I don't really know. I guess he was just trying to cyber.
Okay, so that was just like Dean went back into like his, it's like his green goblin was coming back at him. His inner like racism, like homophobic demons were coming back out. He didn't remember, he didn't realize he's like not a bigot anymore. So he just started dropping fucking slurs left and right. He said nigga. He said, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What did this white boy say again? Not that one. Hold on, we have to go back a little bit more. I think it was here. It was like, he has 80K on YouTube. Oh, hella goated, my nigga.
Against homophobia, but he would still talk like that in private. So what I think is he is a grifter. 3 years ago, he was posing next to a gym bag full of cash, being a wannabe Dan Blizzard and displaying some of that toxic masculinity, while somehow also managing to be extremely metrosexual at the same time. That's really hard to pull off. And he was doing that in order to, if you watch that entire thing, con people out of their money. Has he changed?
You said that I am a fraud, that I'm a scam, and I'm just doing this for people's money. Yo, I appreciate you for the subscription. I've already fucking clarified that no.
Yo, I appreciate you for the subscription. You say I do this for the fraud, the scam. Yo, I appreciate you for the subscription. This is beyond parody. This is beyond parody.
That's not fucking true.
Interrupting himself to say thank you for the money in the middle of a sentence saying, I'm not doing this for the money. No, he hasn't changed at all. His script has changed, but Dean has not. Now, do I think that Dean and the rest of the Disney Democrats say the N-word in their group chats? No, I do not think that. Do I think Dean thinks it's illogical and morally wrong to be homophobic?
Democrats?
Yes, I do think that. I also think that he personally thinks saying that's gay is not a crime against humanity, but he pretends to be someone who does.
That is true, dude. By the way, I'm going to be the woker. Don't be saying that. And I know it sounds like I'm being the woker, but like it literally promotes like, it literally like leads to like suicidal tendencies and shit. Like personally, I wouldn't be saying that shit. Personally, don't be saying that shit because like it can really mentally fuck with like queer children and shit. Don't be saying that shit. Be careful. I'm not trying to be like hyper woke or anything. I'm just saying like I've read the data on this. It's not good. But like Dean pretending like he cares about this or like he's read the literature. No, he's only saying this because he's like fucking performative. He's a LARPer.
Think that he's fake. I don't know exactly where this post came from because it was copy and pasted multiple times, but this person put it really well. The first half of it is sort of, I don't necessarily agree with everything, but this part from the middle on down was absolutely perfect.
I'm sorry, but Dean is full of shit and the majority of you are all excusing his behavior or no better. Just because those screenshots were from 2019 to 2022 doesn't mean he has stopped saying slurs or even learned from his behavior, but just gotten better at hiding it. As a teenager, you know that what you said, regardless if it was a joke to your white friends or not, and it's inexcusable. For someone who has benefited off the marginalized groups of LGBTQ people, it's disgusting and shameful. You and Parker has based... That's bad grammar. You and Parker based your whole platform off of groups you are not a part of, and behind closed doors probably laughed at us. Yes! He just said, dude, this motherfucker said nigga! He said nigga! He said nigga! White boy said nigga!
Perfect.
calling people the F slur, and then months later or even during the same time being an advocate for gay people just so you can make money off of it. You guys really make me sick. Yes, this guy is fucking insane.
Somebody who has benefited off of marginalized groups. It's disgusting and shameful. He bases his whole platform off of groups that he's not a part of, and then behind closed doors he acts in a different way. Now, how else do I know that he's completely fake? Well, because I've seen Dean behind closed doors before, and he's a dishonest piece of shit. Dean was central to the way that cancel culture went after me, and I lost my job. He teamed up with Irish, the leprechaun, the pissed off SJW with sand in his vagina. Man, if you don't know that story, there's a few videos about it you can go watch. For those of you that kind of know the story, I'll just cut straight to the point. Irish used Dean's Discord server with thousands of people in it to spread his lies and recruit people behind that movement. We told Dean immediately when all this started happening and sent Dean all of the photographic evidence of Irish's past criminal behavior. His, holy crap, he's a sexual predator, and here are the photos.
Oh, never mind. Okay, no, Leprechaun isn't just an alleged predator. He literally is a fucking predator. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that changes things a lot. Okay, so like you are a fucking so Leprechaun is a fucking predator projecting that like Planet Peterson is. We should check that out. Not now, but like next intro segment we're gonna look into that. Next week's intro segment, Leprechaun, best believe we're looking into that.
That prove it, criminal behavior. And not only did Dean do nothing about it, he joined Irish on live streams and said that he hopes that I lose my job. Now,
what? Dude. Yo, I think Dean Withers genuinely is a piece of shit. That's why I keep saying, bro, he's a piece of shit. He signal boosted false allegations that like fucking what's his name? Planet Peterson's a fucking like child predator when he like objectively wasn't.
After that stuff had, between me losing my job and Irish starting this whole thing inside of Dean's server, I talked to Dean on a voice call. There was another witness to this. I'm not going to say who they are in the future. If I have to, in case Dean denies the story, then we'll go there. But Dean said, we were just basically re-explaining to Dean that every single thing that this psychopath has been saying is false, that he's a dangerous criminal person, and that Dean perpetuated these lies and allowed his platform to be used to spread them. So there should be a correction to this. But anyways, I talked to him on the phone, and he said that he has seen how other people who have defended me took a lot of backlash. So even if we proved to Dean that all of the claims were false, he would never make any kind of statement about it.
This is why he's a grifter. This is why he's dishonest. This is why he's a scumbag. He literally would never, ever change his position on actual pedophile allegations on an innocent man, Planet Peterson. Because the backlash on the internet. That says everything I need to know about Dean Withers.
Even though his platform was used to do this and he personally said I should be fired. The truth and integrity, those things don't matter to a person like Dean. He cares about nothing other than his image, which is required for him to take money from people because he's a prosperity preacher for wokeness. He's the Donald Trump of leftism. He gives them representation. He's a voice for them.
He's the Donald Trump of leftism. Yeah, he is. He is.
But he's also faking it.
He is the Donald Trump of leftism. Can we talk about that? He is. He is the Donald Trump of leftism.
Not all of it, but some of it. Could I ever imagine Dean admitting something that he personally believes if it meant he would lose 1% of his followers? Not in a million years. Now, I don't.
He doesn't believe in anything. That's why I say he has no fucking substance. That's why I say he's a sociopath. He says and what he does what he needs to say for views and reactions and baits online to get more money.
Think that Dean is secretly a Republican. He's not like one of those preachers that loses their faith, becomes an atheist, but just keeps preaching because that's what they do. What he is fake. He is that way because he cares about nothing other than his brand, his image that he's building up. He's basically signed a non-disclosure agreement with himself. I revile people like this. Again, rhetorically, I basically support all of the issues. Like I'm on his side of pretty much all the issues. I don't agree with the style. I mean, these leftist people online who's we have a similar sort of agenda, but they're obviously losers. They didn't help the liberal cause in any meaningful way whatsoever. In fact, I find the way they go about doing what they do, I find that all that does is push people away because they're saying, well, you can't be part of the club because you're not lefty enough. There are plenty of people who are kind of more like libertarian politically, which is
okay. This is like the libtard fucking talking point. I'm sorry, Plan. I'm gonna disagree with you. This is some liberal shit, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm too radical left for this one. Sorry, bro. I think we already covered enough of this. I'm tired of talking about Dean. And I'm going to be honest, I'm tired today. I could have talked about OtterlyNoah. Hey, Adam. Hi. Well, we just finished our Dean Withers segment. Huh. You know, we could talk about OtterlyNoah. We could talk about OtterlyNoah. We could. What about this? The internet versus video on OtterlyNoah, the Dickers coverage, not Nicholas Diorio, will skip that, and then maybe some of the Toastify shit. How about that? And then whoever wants to stay can stay. I think a lot of you guys are getting tired. You guys want to leave. Don't worry, I'll upload the VOD later. You don't have to treat me as a charity case. I'll let what the algorithm do its fucking job. Let's just have some fun, because I want to play some God of War. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's, God of War. Let's go. I think he changed his name to Noah the Otter. By the way. I think he changed his name to Noah the Otter. The Otter. He also changed his after this controversy, he not only changed his name to like Noah the Otter, he changed his like his avatar to like this what's it called? It's like it's like a twinkier otter. It's not like it's not the beefy otter he normally uses. It's kind of funny to watch. Mysteriously. Nobody knew why. Yeah, the artist didn't understand fair use. Say wallahi, bro. Oh no. Hold on. Did I put this shit on 2x speed? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, God of War. Yay. Let's play some God of War. Oh yeah, he did plagiarize videos. He plagiarized a lot of videos. He plagiarized videos, and then what did he do? He was plagiarizing videos like fucking like James Somerton, and then he tried to play the denial game. So yeah. By the way, Nick Andros was the guy we were watching yesterday. He called a right winger when Nick Andros is like hard on the left. Jester Bell's a fucking idiot. Fake Star Wars fan. I didn't think it was plagiarism. I remember, dude, I was part of his community. I remember sweeping this shit up. I felt so bad after. Because, like, the way they presented the evidence, or I guess because I showed up to the live stream late and I, like, schoolwork at the same time. And everyone was saying, well, this could have been an email. This could have been an email. So I was like, oh, okay, so I guess it could have been an email. I'm sorry, it's hard to play God of War on the hardest difficulty and also react at the same time. I'm trying! I suck! I suck while trying to do this. Ah! Help me! Help me, help me! Exactly! This dude's a fucking By the way, after he got caught for all this shit, he plagiarized again. And then after he got caught the second time, he got caught plagiarizing again. This guy's a sick, shameless fuck. Sick, shameless fuck. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Yes, it did. Yes, we are an adult audience. Thank you. We thought it was fun. We didn't think he was a piece of shit. Oh, no. Exactly. Oh my gosh. How am I supposed to play God of War right? How does Papa God do this? You suck. Sounds kinky. Stop. 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 I mean, what? No, I'm trolling. But seriously. Am I trolling? Am I? Nicholas the GOAT! Nicholas Diorio! Nicholas Diorio mentioned. Let's go! Ah. Mr. Oreo! Oh, I didn't think Nick was this involved. I had no knowledge of any of this. It's so bizarre. Wait, can I find that clip? Can I find that clip? If I find that clip, I'm going to play it. Hold on. Yeah, wait. I think it'd be... Holy shit, wait, I think I found it. I think I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, is it not playing? Oh no. Desktop audio won't pick it up. Can I? Okay. Fuck. Never mind. Never mind. I guess we're not playing the fucking clip. Or maybe we can.
I have no knowledge of any of this. This is so bizarre.
I did it. I fucking did it. Thank you. Let's go, everybody. I'm a genius. I can do it.
They have a different arrangement or something. Dutch replies, his community is terrible for him, but great for onlookers. Attaching this screenshot of a comment by Brian Bates, who says, I saw Diorio was trying to cash in on it. I personally wouldn't trust him after one of his recent tweets, which is fairly disgusting. And OtterlyNoah then replies, I should block him then.
Diorio trying to cash in on this is the craziest way to explain it. Dude, I love how people talk about Nick.
Good plan. OtterlyNoah also responded to Diorio, and Diorio reviewed it on stream and responded back, and here is that clip.
So a small YouTuber named Callisto created a video essay that was critical of OtterlyNoah. It got a copyright strike. This is what a copyright strike looks like, tactone. And it got a copyright strike from what appears to be your artist. Do you know anything about this, and can you assist in it getting resolved? And in response to this, Noah, did you delete your tweet? Wait, what? I saw Diorio was trying to cash in on it. I personally wouldn't trust him after one of his recent tweets. I should block him then? What? I'm sorry. Look, I don't care if you blocked me, but this is like a fairly straightforward question. This is like a bizarre encounter. I wrote, hey, is this your artist? I'm trying to help this person. Again, I don't care. I don't give a fuck if you blocked me. I just think this is a weird answer. He goes, just for clarification, OtterlyNoah was not the one who copyright claimed Callisto's video, but a separate person who's looking. So that was what I asked. I go, is this your artist? And his response is, another person struck it, and it wasn't me. So I wrote, that's why I asked if it was your artist. And then he didn't answer again, and then I wrote, well, this interaction was bizarre. He didn't even feel the need to just type something. He just sent this Kino Flex person's tweet back to me, which didn't answer my question. Why would you even say anything at all? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know what the f is happening right now.
Then with all the conversation happening now around OtterlyNoah and the copyright allegations, EAP covered the situation, and Anthony, who was mentioned earlier in one of the Reddit posts,
that's how I know you guys aren't even watching. I'm glad no one's watching this, dude. The God of War gameplay is gone. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. The stream is a disaster. I can't... How am I supposed to do God of War on the hardest difficulty while also fucking playing Nicholas Diorio?
To take to Twitter to comment on it. This person is helping OtterlyNoah make videos, and Anthony says, wait, so EFAP has done multiple videos on OtterlyNoah, but only covered me once, despite the stream they did about me getting such good viewership. Fascinating. And Nicholas Diorio coaches him by saying, is it bad to laugh at a plagiarist like OtterlyNoah? How does one improve from blatantly stealing? Real Nicandros pointed this one out, and he attaches a screenshot of this post from Ant's thread, where LK replies to Ant's post about EFAP by saying, to be fair, OtterlyNoah had a huge plagiarism controversy, which is pretty tough to defend. Most creators would have had their career ended by such a controversy, so it's a super easy topic. And Ant replied, agreed. I was around for it. I think the resources I shared helped Noah improve. And Nicholas Diorio then also attaches this clip to the tweets, giving an example of the plagiarism reference.
The website Law Shelf specifically states that, quote, for a statement to be considered defamation, it must be about the plaintiff. Even if the statement does not mention him or her by name, it can be actionable on grounds of defamation. A reasonable person would understand the communication as referring to the plaintiff. And seeing as every single person on the internet that knows about this understands it's being communicated by you, it looks like you're full of yet again.
On the website Law Shelf, it states that for a statement to be considered defamation, it must be about the plaintiff. Even if the statement does not mention him or her by name, it can be actionable on grounds of defamation if a reasonable person would understand the communication as referring to the plaintiff. And seeing as how every person on the internet that even knew about this situation to begin with do it because of Tectone, it seems like he can't actually...
By the way, plagiarizing Shamu and then turning around and calling him like a right winger is like so incredibly dishonest too. Because, like, Shamu is also, like, firmly on the left.
Sue her at all for defamation.
Nicholas Yory also continues posting various replies that Ant left with these screenshots in the caption. I sent him university level courses to prevent him from just ripping people reposting with his own voiceover to own the right. Lamau. I guess you guys have less standards than Nostradamus hoppers. And there's a screenshot of Dwarf 50 Bard saying, I saw some of it. And they started going off that Otterly was caught plagiarizing people. Then something knives out too. And Ant says, so stuff that is already old news. And another screenshot of the Wicker Man saying, keep helping your friend from plagiarizing as apparently he's such a plagiarist addict and can't stop plagiarizing. I'm sure it won't come back to bite ya. And Ant says, I don't plagiarize. I sent him some university level courses on the topic. So hopefully that helps. And LK also came to this thread by Diorio and replies to Diorio by saying, something that particularly didn't sit right with me in my interaction with him on Twitter was his odd insistence that OtterlyNoah's plagiarism was done out of ignorance rather than malice, which is tough to parse given how he plagiarized. And there's more screenshots here where Ant says he made a strive to improve and engage with people criticizing him to demonstrate his actions out of ignorance and the malice. And LK replies, well, like the other comments here pointed out, I don't believe his actions were merely ignorance. The plagiarism
excuse for this shit. Like, I didn't know how, like, OtterlyNoah was plagiarizing. Again, this shit was going on during a live while I was, like, studying, bro.
It was just too consistent and blatant to just be a series of repeating errors instead of being purposeful. I hope he has improved, but that's a tough history. And Ant says, this is all something I discussed with him directly and privately, as well as stuff I discussed publicly as it was happening. I see it as a settled matter, not because I'm defending him, but because I tried to help him do the work necessary to grow beyond it. And LT also attaches this screenshot where Luke Norris says, you understand that in a lot of cases, just citing the original video script that he stole still counts as plagiarism, right? And Ant replies, I am incredibly aware of plagiarism and the many forms it can take. I used to work in academia. I take that very seriously, but I also worked in education, and I recognize when a problem is caused by ignorance rather than calculated malice. Back over to the copyright situation. Over on YouTube, Drama Gift Tech posted this with the caption, OtterlyNoah guided his artists through DMCA and other creators who are critical of him. You may recall that OtterlyNoah was caught up in a plagiarism scandal a few months ago. Since then, his artist has been abusing the DMCA system to take down content critical of OtterlyNoah. Initially, OtterlyNoah distanced himself from the whole thing, claiming he was trying to end the beef with two creators in particular. Attaching this post from OtterlyNoah where he says, I'm well aware of the EFAP stream and covering Callisto's response to me, but I want to make it clear that their response doesn't change what I have said about ending the beef with both Callisto and Kinoflex. He was sent a copyright claim from someone I know, but I was not responsible for it. I'm working to get it resolved to show that I'm not going back on my word, and I'm looking forward to the next stream to finally put all this drama behind us. And OP continues, both creators publicly stated on Twitter/X that OtterlyNoah was not responsible for the claims against them, but now it has come out that he was responsible for it, coaching his artists through the process and then convincing the affected creators he was not responsible and to make statements to that effect. The statements from both are no longer available on their pages, but can be seen on Dicker's stream. It then attaches this link to Dicker's page where he says, here are the DMs for OtterlyNoah coasts his PFP artist into making a copyright strike. And attached are messages from April 14th where OtterlyNoah says, hey Deus, I wanted to give you a heads up, but apparently an anti-woke channel is using your art in their thumbnail in a video attacking me specifically, but also attacking black people. And Deus says, OMG, what is wrong with people? And Noah says, you might want to file a copyright takedown so your art doesn't get accidentally associated with them. I know, right? It's ridiculous. And Deus says, yeah, thanks for letting me know. What's the channel? And Noah says,
we're gonna watch Dickers after this, I hope. Although I'm already frustrated enough with this God of War shit. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna fucking leave after this disaster.
His name Callisto, I think. And Deo says, I see it. And Noah says, I can also walk you through the steps for setting up a copyright takedown if you want. Camelot apparently has had a similar situation before, so she let me know how she did it. Yeah, that first one. And Dickers continues, other DMs. And then there's this post by Kinoflex attached where he's saying, Noah told Deus to ignore Callisto's emails despite telling him to email her. What the fuck? And attached are DMs where Noah is saying, perfect, thanks Deus. You honestly could have made it an instant strike based on how much they use your material. You were definitely nicer about it than I would have been. Glad it's being dealt with. Heads up, it sounds like Callisto is preparing to email you. I'd just ignore him when it sends. Not worth the energy. Then back over to the Reddit post, it continues from where we left off. This also comes to light that this is not the first time either, as he has guided another artist to do the same. Now we'll look at this link here in a moment, but just to continue this current situation, the poster continues. Noah has since left this message on his YouTube page, which also includes his confession that he did walk the artist through DMCA in the videos. And it's Noah saying, I will be taking a month off YouTube. I want to self-reflect and think about how I want to go about content going forward. I've currently secured a position in the film industry, so I'll be focusing on that for the next month. I feel like most people know about this now, but for those unaware, Callisto made a video about me, and I disliked it used Deus' art, and I thought she might dislike that as well. I messed up by telling Deus about Callisto's video, giving her specific information about claiming that video, and also walking her through the process. There's no excuse for all the hurt that's been caused here. If I ever come back to YouTube, I'll likely be sticking with strictly to autism and movie-related content. I apologize for everything that's happened and for everyone that's been hurt. And then they do a TLDR, but also attach their thoughts, saying, I don't follow any of these creators. I did subscribe to OtterlyNoah before the plagiarism came out, and had hoped he had changed, learned his lesson. Regardless of the content, abusing the DMCA to silence criticism is a bad move. I think doing this hands those creators ammunition to say he couldn't argue his way out of that, so he had to DMCA my video to silence me. It's Meg Reddit says, I assumed Noah was wise enough to know abusing DMCA to silence your critics is a cardinal sin in the YouTube space, but clearly I was wrong. And Forward Ad replies, he was wise enough for that. That's why the slime coaxed his artist into filing the strike. He tried to look clean, but he was so stupid that he called for the hit via a DM, which obviously leaked. Then Starpunk Sane replies to the thread by saying, OtterlyNoah's career should have ended when the plagiarism came out. Like, I do not understand the appeal of his content, because all he does is just talk about anti-woke morons, which literally anyone can do. But for some dumbass reason, his behavior needs to be overly apologized for, and he somehow deserves a second chance. It is very annoying that the community overly prides itself on critical thinking media literacy didn't see a massive red flag. Noah claimed that he didn't know obvious plagiarism was plagiarism. Then Anthony, who we've mentioned a couple times in this video, now shows up on his Reddit account to reply, where he says, for me, it was seeing how he organized his scripts. He showed me and it was genuinely rough. Notes mixed in with ideas he raced to complete. And he expected me to review. He called it proofreading, but it was more a full rewrite. The night before, he wanted his vid uploaded. So for a while, I genuinely believed that plagiarism was due to him mixing notes from seeing other responses into his scripts, and forgetting they weren't his ideas, and just putting the video out. I sent him resources to better structure his scripts because I figured forcing him to use a real structure would prevent him from happening. However, it's clear all that was a load of nonsense. And Starpunk replies, Jesus, what a lazy ass bomb. And I'm just going to say this, you need to have less patience for content creators, even if they are nominally on your side when it comes to media analysis. I understand you want to give people grace, but Noah wants to be part of a community that values critical thinking and honesty while actively plagiarizing the work of others. Quite literally, that was only going to end in disaster. And Anthony replies, I try to give people a lot of grace because I know what it feels like to be stumbling into drama. My wants to uplift folks, it usually works out well. And sadly, my trust is sometimes misplaced, and that's the most visible consequence of my actions. Anthony also goes to his community page on YouTube and makes a post where he says, I've just learned that OtterlyNoah convinced the artist who created his PNG avatar to falsely copyright strike a critic of his. As someone who has been falsely copyright struck, I take this extremely seriously. As someone who tried to help Noah previously because I believe he made mistakes out of ignorance, this actually deeply upsets me. I will be doing my due diligence on this matter to figure out what is actually going on, but I'm taking this matter extremely seriously. I had sent Noah footage for a video of his earlier last week, but other than that, I'm not going to consider further collaboration or support with Noah unless evidence comes forward to examine him. I will also be sharing this information with my peers. I'm extremely disappointed with his actions and cannot in good faith to support this. You cannot be a critic and be unable to take someone criticizing you. I take plagiarism seriously and thought I had provided resources that could help Noah avoid further.
Sorry, I'm ear raping the mic. Chixie, I can hear it. I promise I can hear it. But yes. And good job. And also I can do God of War. And yeah, I can prove I'm not a fucking loser. Let's go.
Controversies. Clearly, my faith was misapplied. And so remember earlier, the Reddit poster said that it is not the first time that Noah has done this, as he guided another artist to do the same. Here is the information on that. Shamu tweets out of these posts with the caption, not only did OtterlyNoah DMCA videos critical of him, but just a month prior, he was directly cited aiding another artist who, coincidentally, copyright struck the gaming Truge in the exact same way. And attached is this post by the Camelot Bard, who says, OtterlyNoah has brought to my attention that someone who I'm no longer associated with is using my art. This person who some know as the gaming Truge was thought to be a friend when I made that art. Due to recent actions of him not seemingly wanting to course correct, I've cut ties with him, along with this screenshot showing a removal request, and this screenshot showing that it's from the Camelot Bard. And then Cope and see the quote tweets at Shamu with some more information, with the caption, update on the false strike from Camelot is shared by Noah. This is Camelot admits Noah came to them about the video. For fuck's sake, he's in the comments of the post supporting the person encouraging Camelot to strike. Bro, either you're sorry or you're not. Stop lying. And there's this post by Camelot talking about the situation where they say apparently some people have been harassing a friend, claiming he pressured me into doing a copyright strike on another creator who had made a diss track. I'm going to set the record straight. I was notified of my art being used in Truge's thumbnail by Noah. He did not tell me to strike it. At that point, I made a post on Blue Sky about the art being used, which is what he suggested to do. And when I did, a friend of mine came by and told me I could copyright claim the thumbnail after a very short discussion. And I do mean short. And she links this thread between Otter Otterson and herself, along with OtterlyNoah replying, where Otter Otterson says, that is illegal and can get some serious time if it's more than one piece of art that's been used. And the Camelot replied, problem is, I made the art for them. While we didn't have any contract signed, I don't like the fact that they edited it. And
yeah. So yeah, OtterlyNoah like fucking like sent his editor on like. He sent his editor and weaponized them to go send a false copyright strike.
Otterson says that is considered stolen art sale. Even if no contract was made, they took your art and edited it without consent. And OtterlyNoah says, thanks, Otter, for helping Camelot out here. I really appreciate it. And back to the post, Camelot continues by saying, after the discussion, I did my own research on how to proceed and did so, which resulting in me issuing a copyright strike on the thumbnail of the video. All Noah did was alert me to the thumbnail. What happened afterwards was from my own free will and judgment. And Noah posted this as well on his own community page, but this is now deleted, where he said, I ended up looking into this a bit more now that my head is cleared a bit from last night. And it seems that there's currently a false claim going around now about me striking a diss track from a former moderator for the community. This is false. And Camelot explains the situation specifically here. Thank you to her for clearing things up. And then Copenseed continues the thread by saying, Noah is well aware of what he's doing. He tried to pressure another creator to change their thumbnail on this topic and defended Camelot striking the video privately. Also worth noting, he straight up lies about it being a strike in these DMs to downplay what Camelot has done.
Yeah. No, I'm modding, so I'm bouncing back and forth. Thank you, Resist, for bouncing. But yeah, OtterlyNoah was fully aware of what he's doing. Like, he's actually being fucking malicious.
For quick context before we read these DMs, we know who essentially made
we don't need to like fucking sweep for this guy. He doesn't deserve
a video on the strike that Camelot gave and was questioning whether or not Noah was responsible, along with declaring it as a copyright strike. And Window made content on that, and that is why Noah is reaching out, because that's the content Window made. So it starts with Noah reaching out to Window, and just as a reminder, this is a month before the current copyright strike that happened on Callisto, where Otter is talking about a previous strike that Camelot enacted on someone else. And Noah says, yeah, obviously in terms of the copyright abuse allegations, your stream's thumbnail still has that Lamau. So especially for that, best for him to clarify up front, along with everything else. And Window says, doesn't it have a question mark? Let me go see. Oh, never mind. You mean like the title above the yellow? If it doesn't have a question mark there, it should have. Because I was asking the question to watch and find out. And Noah says, yeah, now you see what I mean. And Window says, wait, where's the word abuse? It says copyright strike. And Noah says, well, that's also false then. And Camelot did not strike his video. She did claim it and gave him 7 days to change it. And Window says, it's not even saying abuse. I feel like that's a bit far. If it's an abuse, then I can see how it would make you upset. But if I get the thumbnail wording wrong when I made it, is that a big deal? I could totally see if it was saying abuse, then you'd have a problem with it. Then these first messages are just copies, but I can also see if I was like a 3K channel and had to pull them out. And Noah says, for me personally, yes, it does matter. Especially since the claim from Truge was that I sent Camelot to do that, which was false. And also the claim that there was copyright abuse, which was also false. I get that, but he's specifically linking your stream on his page. And Window says, well, wouldn't you want it to remain as me false? Like, I don't want to hide that I got it wrong. And Noah says, like, rename the stream to something else. And Window says, oh, the title, not the thumbnail. And Noah says, sorry, I'm just having a hard time understanding what you mean. And Window says, I could see that. I mean, if I was wrong calling it a copyright strike, wouldn't I be hiding the evidence I made a mistake instead of leaving the mistake there for criticism? I don't want to look like, oh shit, I gotta hide it, and I'm proven wrong in the stream itself. And Noah says, yeah, good on you. I appreciate you recognizing that, by the way. It means a lot to me when people do admit they get stuff wrong. And Window says, yeah, if I fuck up, I don't want to hide it. And any criticism I take for it in the future is fair. And Noah says, that actually makes me really happy to hear. That is a quality I tend to look for in people. And another development that happened in this story was this conversation between Wargaming Dad and OtterlyNoah about the copyright strike, wherein OtterlyNoah seems disconnected from the whole situation, despite speaking to Deus directly. And it starts with Wargaming Dad sending an unrelated message, and then he says, so what's going on with the copyright strike?
Who is Wargaming Dad? How does he play into this? Like, is he like a big fucking... Oh, weird. Oh, that won't let me read anything. So I had a dash attack, and nobody has spoken on the stream to talk about Alyssa versus Small Chase. Nobody's, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know what that means. It's okay, we'll roll with it.
Right, and Noah replies, it's been resolved. An artist friend of mine copyright struck Callisto apparently out of nowhere, since she felt him using her art without permission was him using her to promote his ideas or whatever. Callisto reached out to her and I did too. It seems she pulled the claim, thankfully. And Dad replies, okay, good. And Noah says, yeah, me and Simon VC'd her too to confirm. And Dad says, cool. Simon says you didn't commission the art used. And Noah replies, no, it was free. So that threw another wrench into it. I didn't pay for it, so she had full ownership over it. And then Wargaming Dad says, do you know when the video first got taken down? And Noah says, that I don't really know, to be honest. I'd have to check with Callisto specifically to figure out the timeline. And Dad says, I reached out to him too. Diorio doesn't show the dates. When did Callisto reach out to you? And Noah says, let me look again. Kino was the one who reached out originally on the 17th, it looks like. And then he attaches these messages from Kino, where it starts with Kino reaching out saying, hey Noah, Callisto received a removal request for using your avatar in his thumbnail and wanted me to reach out to you to see if you know who this Deus Marionette person who sent that copyright claim is and how it can be resolved. The email from YouTube says that it's scheduled to be deleted in 7 days. And then Noah replies, oh shit, Deus Marionette is my PNG artist. She made my PNGs I use in my videos. I'm wondering if she claimed that video if it popped up on her feed. And Kino Flex says, how do you think Callisto can resolve this issue with him? He's planning on sending an email to her. And Noah replies, that would probably be the best option there if I'm being honest. It is ultimately her art, so it's out of my hands. You can talk to her through her email. I know for YouTube copyright claims, assuming they aren't ones where you're struck immediately, you basically have 7 days to remove the content, or you'll get struck. Unless you can read compromise. It's why currently I actually have a false strike against my channel from an anti-woke AI channel that I guess I pissed off a while back for including the Heel vs Babyface remix in a video. Lamau. I don't know if you saw that entire situation, but it was pretty ridiculous. Because AI channel didn't make the remix even. And Otter sends this message to Dad, and then Dad continues by replying, I will say here, this girl is wrong. Even though it's her art, people using that art in a thumbnail to make a video about you does not go against copyright. And Noah says, I agree. I think she does not understand fair use. And Dad says, most don't.
That's not against free use. Even though OtterlyNoah was the one that did it, like, even if the editor did it, it still would have been wrong. Because it's still free use. Like, you still allowed to use other people's art in, like, a mean video about a person. Like, as long as it's the entire video isn't just the art. and it's like you're using it for some actionable purpose. Like that's for use.
I don't like the conclusion, but if all parties are happy, then it's settled. Just know Dickers is going to drop this clip on me. And Noah says, yeah, that's why I sent it to you in advance. And Dad says, what is your relationship going forward? If it was me, I would change PFPs so she doesn't do this again. Thanks. And Noah says, I am planning on that, yeah. And Dad replies, I figured, just doing the investigation thing. Talk about the worst time to do it during the courtroom drama. And Noah says 100%. It seems most reasonable people know what actually happened though. And Dad says, true. One final question. Did you decide to talk to her before or after the Oreo tweets? Is it possible to talk to Deus? And Noah says, I'm streaming right now. Hang on. And Dad says, NP, I got her. And Noah says, leave Deus alone, please. This is not helping anything. She just called me. Tell others to leave her alone as well. And Dad says, she is someone who asked her to copyright strike us. Is that true? You need to let me in this call, bud. Then on Dickers live stream, these DMs with Working Dad were also being reviewed in front of OtterlyNoah and Calesto. And Last Sapientia gets a clip from the stream and posted with a caption. A 45k subscriber YouTube channel, the OtterlyNoah, has manipulated his artist, who created his being YouTuber of an otter in the Disney movie Tron, to copyright strike a 3k subscriber channel, Calesto. All because Calesto made a video criticizing him, and OtterlyNoah thought the video was racist. Noah is also previously known for plagiarizing and stealing content from other commentary creators like
The video wasn't racist, by the way, but it was like low tier, like low IQ chud shit. Can I keep it a buck with you? Anti-woke criticism is not valid in any way, shape, or form. If you want to see a company's like virtue signaling and they're not writing for shit and they're using like minorities to like make money and shit, go fucking right ahead. But like the fucking like the racism, bigoted bullshit, like I'm not gonna deal with that. No, it's like that's some chud shit, bro. That's some chudge.
Nikandros and Shamu. OtterlyNoah has made the submission of abusing the copyright system on small commentary streamers to stream Dickers. OtterlyNoah has additionally played stupid and asked the 3K sub channel for advice on what to do, when he should have the experience and the know-how and what to do in these situations, as he is the bigger channel. On top of it, when confronted by bigger YouTubers and Nicholas Yorio on said copyright strike, and if in fact his artist did strike the channel, OtterlyNoah dodged the question and blocked Nick.
You're the one who doesn't understand fair use, right? I mean, why do you say that? What's the motivation there? Why are you saying that about it?
Oh, by the way, watch the Dickers stream after.
What? You're being pressed by Wargaming Dad. I don't want to talk the guy. Okay, he was on earlier. We spoke before. He's a nice guy. He gets 5 viewers.
I still want to know who that guy is.
And even under that pressure, you're lying to be able to put all the responsibility on her. Why? What's the motivation?
I don't know.
Okay, right. Okay.
I guess. What do you think is the right thing to do here? Well, don't ask Dickers, ask Calesto. He's the person who's wronged here. Yeah, Calesto, what do you think is the right thing to do here?
Like, oh my god, bro. Like, what do you... I mean, you just need to fess up. You just need to say, I didn't like your video. I hated it for whatever reason. I either am like some sort of YouTuber responsible who didn't understand the section that I thought was actually racist when confronted 2 seconds in realized that it wasn't. And then I just found a BS excuse to try to take down your video, and then I tried to manipulate my artist to do it.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, so basically,
then yes.
That was a snake in the grass.
Yeah, I would say yes. I was the one who sent Deus the copyright stuff, the link, all that, and that is how Calesto's video was taken down. Dude, and it was. I would say.
And also, sorry, go ahead. My bad.
No, yeah, like I wouldn't even say like dislike your video. I think it's just like
you said. You told me to delete it, bro.
Yes, I do. I dislike your video. I dislike your video because like the racism, but also I think there's some. Yeah, I dislike your video. I'll dislike your video.
Okay, so you dislike the video, so you want it taken down? Like, what is this?
Then from what I can see, it appears that OtterlyNoah edits the statement we just read a moment ago, and now he adds more information to it, more things. So we'll read it again with new information that starts off by him saying, a friendly reminder to my community. I know there are a lot of people critiquing me currently, and while there are some bits of misinformation flying out there amongst legitimate claims, do not harass anyone discussing me. Feels like that should go without saying, but just making it clear. We are better than that. I still made a mistake regardless of anything, and a big one at that. I should not have gone to Deus about Calesto's video, getting her to weaponize YouTube's copyright system, just because of a video I simply disliked. And I messed up as well for flip-flopping afterward between Working Dad, Kino, and Deus, since I didn't properly take accountability at all for how I'd given that to Deus to begin with. Weaponizing the copyright system to shut down criticism is never acceptable, especially as someone who strives to provide critical analysis of media and others. I have to be able to take criticism myself, and I did not do that here. It was hypocritical and disingenuous. For now, I will be taking some time off YouTube. I want to self-reflect and think about how I want to go about content going forward. I need to be better than this if I want to keep making content that reaches people and practice what I preach. I want to apologize specifically to Deus for pushing her to do a false strike, to Calesto for striking his video, which was rightfully critical of me, to Kino Flex for lying to him about me putting Deus up in the frame to begin with, the Wargaming Dad for lying to his face, to Shamu for plagiarizing his video on Tech Zone, to Vincent for plagiarizing his video on movies and Jezebel.
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any reasonable person expected any more from OtterlyNoah. I'm gonna be honest.
To Simon for recording him in a Discord call, and to Narrow for plagiarizing his video discussing AI and James Cameron. I've hurt a lot of people, and there's no changing what I did. I have a job in the film industry now that I hope can allow me to get better at what I do on YouTube as well, if I ever come back. I want to take full accountability and do better. Then some other various friends and associates of OtterlyNoah also got caught in the crossfire, like the Birdman who Kino Flex tweets out a clip from Nicholas Yorio stream. It has been 5 days now, and the Birdman still refuses to address his friend OtterlyNoah manipulating his artist into sending a false DMCA to get a video from Calesto taken down. Why are you sweeping Noah's unethical behavior under the rug, Birdman?
Birdman, would you two mind taking this discussion? Hey, Birdman, why do you want to bury this story? That's kind of whack, isn't it? Do you think it's kind of whack that Birdman was? Not that I'm trying to keep you in the dark. Oh, really? But I think if you guys are going back and forth on the topic, it might make sense to do it in private. That won't be interrupted by my audience. Just a suggestion. Hey, Birdman, it seems like you're fairly aware of what's going on here. Kind of interesting that you're not really chiming in. Ooh. Oh, yeah, okay.
And then Kino Flex quote tweets themselves with an update that the Birdman has now come forward and condemned OtterlyNoah on his Discord server. Noah's biggest collaborator who could offer him any sort of lifeline now is gone. Noah's career as of this moment is a continuous freefall. Rip Bozo. It's a Discord message where he's saying, everyone, you're all aware of the unfortunate situation with OtterlyNoah. You might notice he's no longer here, and this is because I have permanently banned him. The issue came to my attention when Noah posted a tweet a couple days ago. I had no idea what was going on, and reached out to both Ant and Noah to gain some perspective. I spoke with Noah and asked him to tell me what his side of the story was, and that's given the little information I had that I would take him at his word because I had no reason to distrust him. Granted, I didn't and don't know Noah very well. I literally had to send him a friend request to DM him 3 days ago. My caveat was that if it later comes out that he lied to me, we would have a problem. I watched Eric's video, which proves he lied to me, so we have a problem. To be clear, I strongly condemn the actions taken by OtterlyNoah. I don't agree, nor do I support that kind of behavior. Period. I was made aware by some people that I, the Birdman, was going to make some kind of
Alright, now we're gonna do the Dickers video. I don't know if we can do all of it because it's like so fucking long. Sorry, hold on. I'm still learning this shit. I'm still learning OBS. I'm sorry. Window capture. Okay. Select window. No. Sorry. Again, I'm learning. Picture in picture. There we go. Here. We're going to make it bigger this time.
So you know that like a small video creator has recently received a copyright strike from somebody associated with Noah on the video that he made about Noah.
Okay, now you pique my interest. He has not said, if you want this resolved, just delete this thumbnail. He immediately said, I did not do this. I'm going to resolve this with the artist.
Your response kind of sounds like you're leaving something behind. Or maybe I'm reading too much into it.
I think you're just reading too much into it.
This whole situation just seems very, very weird to me. I'm not sure quite what to believe about it.
I don't know what the story is with that. If that's happening, I think Noah should at least like disavow that.
So just to be like super duper clear, right? I'm not saying categorically that Noah told this person to go and copyright strike it. That's one possibility. The other possibility, Noah has been complaining to this person about this video, and they've decided to go about it themselves and do it on behalf of Noah. Either of those two situations, it is crazy suspicious, and Noah should probably, put out something to be able to address it.
It is insanely suspicious.
Somebody's typing to me. We might have a special guest coming on the stream.
Further.
Yeah, how can I help? What? Flex has told me about disturbing revelations that you've come to. What's going on?
Yeah, so I originally made Deus aware of Calesto's video, and that's why he started.
Sorry.
Because
why did she come to that conclusion?
Okay,
because she thought it was racist, and I thought it was
Explain it to me, because I'm totally new. Okay, so you made your artist aware of Calesto's video. Why?
Because I thought it was racist.
Getting sued for leaking sex tapes. That's it.
And how did you?
Why did you think it was racist?
Well, no. Not, well, what did you do besides thinking that was racist?
Specifically, I thought it was racist because of a section in there about Sweet Baby Inc. and also a section in there about Django Unchained and Tarantino movies.
I don't know what's...
Was it about the N-word?
Django Unchained, I guess.
No. Okay, let me just briefly explain what the hell happened here. Okay, because I think, honestly, I don't even understand how this came.
I mean, I feel as though Noah should be able to explain exactly what you guys just talked about in court.
If you don't like Django Unchained, get the fuck off my channel right now. It's okay, I'm even allowed to seduce you into the dark side. Ooh. I like that a little bit. I'm trolling. That's the racism, yes. He keeps crying racism. I don't even think he knows what it means.
Right, he probably knows exactly what I would want to know. I don't want you guys to hold his hand and prompt him. But okay.
Yeah, no, I sent her that because her art was on there, and I assumed it was racist, and yeah. I sent her
it's not just that, Noah. You sent her how.
Yes, I also sent her. I sent her specifically the whole thing about like how copyright things work on YouTube because I've had a similar a mod of mine has had a similar situation of this before, like where their art was being used in a thumbnail with someone they didn't agree with, and they ended up having to strike that as well.
Hold on. So am I right in understanding that you were the one who got KinoFlex and Calesto to post publicly that you had nothing to do with the copyright strike? Did you ask them to post that?
KinoFlex and Calesto.
Guys?
It was essentially what had happened was I originally received a claim. I didn't know what was going on. There was some talk that it was some artist. So I said, okay, let me resolve this. I don't have enough evidence yet that OtterlyNoah was the one who was behind this.
Wait, no.
So
I'm asking, okay.
Yeah,
so Noah asked you guys to post that on Twitter, that statement?
Well, I think Kino was posting a statement, and then I believe, Noah, you asked me, right? You said, Kino's making a statement, and if you could possibly as well.
I'd have to look back at our DMs. I don't remember.
Okay. But essentially, I was just I didn't want to come out with the accusation that Noah was specifically the one behind it because I didn't have the evidence for that. So I didn't want to be
Yeah, 100%. So Noah, have you unretweeted?
My respect for KinoFlex went so far up after hearing this because him and Noah are supposed to be enemies, and here's KinoFlex being fucking cordial and intelligent and respectful and trying to look out for Noah because he's Noah, this bad thing shouldn't have happened, bro. That's kind of fucked up, bro. I'm gonna look out for a homie. Even Noah gets it. Or, sorry, even KinoFlex gets it. Even Kino's a better person than Noah in this situation. That's so fucking weird. The right-wing, anti-woke motherfucker is somehow nicer.
Did those statements, or have the lads both deleted them? Oh no, here they are, sorry, okay.
I'll go ahead and delete
they both posted the exact same thing, okay? They both said...
I'm going to delete it too, because again, I was misled. You're right, I was misled.
Okay. So they both said, for clarification, OtterlyNoah is not the one who made the copyright claim. Okay? And then KinoFlex said Calesto's viewing video with a separate person who's looking to resolve it with privately. But it turns out now, you sent her the video, told her it was racist, and then told her to fill in the fucking form. What the fuck are you doing?
Before Noah answers, I just want to read off a comment from Deus, because
The audio is now extremely quiet, probably. So this is louder, but it crackles. This is extremely quiet. I think I just have to get quieter. I think the problem is just me. I think I'm too loud.
Again, I just want, if there's any takeaway I want your audience to have, is that she knew absolutely nothing about this. She's innocent. She's innocent. She should not be getting harassed. She should not be getting sent messages that calling her a bitch. No harassment at all, because she is as much of a victim in this as Calesto is. This is she should not be getting any hate. But this is what she said. Noah approached me telling me that a YouTube video he was using my art on was a racist video. He said I might want to make a copyright takedown against the video. He sent me the link on how to do it and said he would walk me through it. I have no presence, interest, or investment in any YouTube communities or anything of that nature. My desire in all of this is to have the record set straight and to be left alone. That's everything.
Okay. So you wanted to copyright strike it, but you knew that your channel name would be on there, and so you got your artist to do it for you. Knowing that, well, actually, did you think that Calesto was a small enough channel that you could fuck with him and nothing would happen, or what was the motivation there?
The motivation there was because I thought that video was racist, and I thought because her art was on there that she would not want to be associated with that.
No, but you're pushing her into that, right? You're a content creator that she's a fan of, and then send her a video saying, hey, your art here, and it's racist. I'll help you fill it in.
Yeah, because a similar situation like this has happened before, so I figured I should make her aware.
No, your concern wasn't out of her, right? You didn't give a fuck about her art. It's your PFP. Nobody knows that she's the one who's drawn it. it doesn't reflect on her at all. There was a video made about you that you didn't like, going over your plagiarism drama, and so you wanted it down, right? You didn't give a fuck.
Dude is smart enough to make his own videos, so he steals other people's content. Just remember.
About her. It's got nothing to do with her. It was a way to be able to get the video down.
Always.
That personally was not my motivation in it, but I can see why it would come out that way. My motivation was to not have her associated with a video that I personally deem as racist.
But she's not associated with it. Nobody knows that she's run that profile.
I'm going to get weird like an episode. Please do. Please do. I like where your weirdness is going. I like where the weirdness is going. Yeah.
Picture? In fact, she doesn't even have a fucking Twitter account. The only place where you can find this person is in your fucking Discord. Because I tried to see if I could reach out and speak to her. So she's not associated with it at all.
Yeah, her name isn't on your avatar at all. Like it does. Well, maybe you have it linked, like her name linked to your like on your channel, but again, nobody
associates credited as the artist behind my video, or my PNGs anyway.
Okay.
Okay, but is anybody gonna see your PNG there? Go to where is she credited? Sorry, because I'm looking at your Twitter and look at your YouTube now, and I can't find her in either place.
She's in the description of the videos there.
Okay, so people are gonna look
and
at
I've credited on Blue Sky as well. So look there as well.
Hold on. People are gonna, you earnestly believed that people are gonna go to his video,
okay, I'm sorry,
then see that there was something racist in it, see that there was attacking you and criticizing you, and then go to your video description to find out who drew your profile picture. How does it reflect on her at all, Noah?
Well, like I was letting her know because it's her art. I figured she should know.
You wouldn't let her know.
Yeah, he just happened to he's just letting her know. He's just letting her know. Like there's no ulterior.
You would all the tools necessary to be able to follow that copyright strike.
Yes, because a similar situation has happened before with like the Camelot art. One of my moms.
How would that be a valid copyright strike? No, it's a transformative thumbnail.
Well, I think she was like I figured she would be more interested in seeing the art changed.
Yo.
Okay, well,
God of War on the
Dickers, another follow-up question is, if you thought that this was that the copyright claim was valid, why did you deny knowing anything about it first? Because again, Callisto and I, we thought that you didn't know anything about it and that this artist was acting on her own behalf. Like you didn't know anything about it. Like why would you word it in the way that just throws her under the bus? I just don't get it.
Well, I don't know what to say there, honestly. I don't remember how I worded it specifically. So
I can tell you. So you were talking about Callisto. He was sent a copyright claim from somebody I know, but I was not responsible for it.
Because I was not responsible for making that claim.
You were responsible. You sent it to her, the video.
Why was it show her how to fill out the copyright claims?
Yeah.
What is happening?
So you were responsible for it. You told her to do it.
I showed her how to do it.
Yeah, brought it to attention, gave her a reason why she might want to do it. You're like the content creator she likes, right? You're a friend of hers. But you were responsible for it. You were one of the people responsible for it.
I would say I was one. Yes, I was responsible for sending her like the whole copyright thing that Camelot had sent me before, and also letting her.
I want you to understand that OtterlyNoah will only give up information if he knows for a fact you have it. He's not willing to be honest ever. He needs you to fucking give up the info. If you can't drop it, he'll never ever ever be honest. Gotta let you know. 1-at-1. I don't know what that means. Is that 1-at-1? Is that what it means? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But yeah, OtterlyNoah is.
Know about the video to begin with. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when you said I was not responsible for the copyright claim, right? He was sent a copyright claim from somebody I know, but I was not responsible for it. That was just a lie, wasn't it?
Well, that wasn't a lie because I showed her how to do it. I wasn't responsible for it.
Okay.
It wasn't a lie. I wasn't responsible.
I mean, that is being responsible, but when are you going to be upfront public about it?
They're giving him a chance to be honest, and he's not taking it.
Because you've been copy posting Kino Flex's tweet. It sounds like you kind of maybe influenced him to say after he leaked certain details about the stuff to the public. Okay, so in my opinion, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. You emotionally manipulated the guy since he brought it to the public. He got it posted by Nicholas Durio to be able to make this clarification that you can post under Nicholas Durio's tweet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So it wasn't you saying it, and it's totally misrepresentative of what was actually going on. You were intimately involved with how this video got copyright claimed. You understand how that's extremely misleading? Because there was a third
yes, now I see that. Yes, I see how that is misleading.
No, you saw it at the time, right?
No, I did not.
He's too fucking stupid to get it.
So how are you gonna resolve it now? Because when I think, hold on, you blocked me. What did I say? Give me a second. So
I just blocked you because personally, I just don't like drama at all.
Okay, I'm sure that's why it was. So I told Kino Flex he should delete that tweet. I said I don't know who asked you to write this, but OtterlyNoah was retweeting and reposting it, rather than answering why his artist is filling out copyright strikes on his behalf, and what he's doing to resolve the situation. Callisto should not be working on the thumbnail right now. OtterlyNoah should be fixing his mistake or bringing in his artist.
Same as us. You're a slop-tard too.
I was right, wasn't I?
Guys, I'm not that bad at God of War. Look, I'm not that bad.
Can you repeat yourself?
Look, yay, I'm not that fucking bad.
Okay, no,
when I'll just repeat myself, okay? I'll repeat myself. Yeah, when I said that you were retweeting and reposting Kino Flex's tweet, rather than answering why your artist filled out copyright strikes on your behalf and what you're doing to resolve the situation, that was the exact intent behind retweeting and reposting Kino Flex's tweet, right?
I think my anger for OtterlyNoah translated into Kratos, and that's how I was able to beat him. Not even if you waterboard him. That's the thing about Noah. You have to put him in a really fucking bad situation to get no. Actually, you know what? You couldn't waterboard this out of him. He would never be honest with you. He's a habitual liar. It's only if you have proof will he ever give it up. Because he'd rather die. He's a fucking.
And so when I said that Callisto should not be working on your thumbnail right now, you should be fixing your mistake or ruining in your artist. Do you now agree with that, or are you still standing on business?
Specifically, wait, can you repeat that too?
Okay. Do you think that Calesto should have to make a new thumbnail, or do you think you should be fixing your mistake?
I think I should be fixing my mistake. In fact, Deus already told him he doesn't have to change the thumbnail at all.
Okay. So when did you come to the realization that you've made an awful fucking mistake?
When I talked to Deus, and I could tell she was incredibly stressed out about all this.
Wait, so you only care about it because Deus was stressed? You put her in the fucking firing line.
Yeah, no, when you were talking, sorry, when you were talking to me, when you were talking to me, you told me that she was stressed. You never told me that she was stressed because of that. Like, again, that's more manipulation.
Holy shit, Kino is like
why did you not tell me those details?
Dude, I think Kino is actually
I should have.
Good actor. What?
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, Dickers. Go on.
He's making Kino.
No, it's okay. Listen, okay. I promised before this call to be like very, very polite, so I'm being very, very polite. But
thank you for that. Because thank you. Because that's admittedly why I was a bit worried to come on, honestly, because I've had bad experiences, on DramaTuber type things. So like, yeah, I appreciate you being more chill.
So you decided intentionally to like put your friend in like the firing line, right? Rather than you yourself actually going ahead and.
Oh my gosh, he always has to be the victim. He always. Adam, have you ever waterboarded anyone? Serious question.
Right strike in it. Because you weren't concerned about it at all. Why don't you just copyright strike over content used from your channel? It's racist. Doesn't it reflect on you badly, Noah?
Yes.
Then why didn't you do it yourself?
Well, because her art was there, so I decided to tell her about it.
Yeah, because it's easier to be able to get a proxy to be able to do it for you, rather than copy striking it yourself, right?
Yeah.
That was not my intention or my thought process when I was doing that.
Okay. So
how could it not be your thought? How could it not be your thought process? Like that's exactly what would happen. Like I'm sorry, dude. This is so ridiculous. The segment was fine. There's nothing wrong with the segment.
A liar who lied.
Like when we were in the call, you said you agree with what he said. You said that you agree with what he said.
I unfortunately did not look through the whole thing first. I did not realize.
Wait.
At least the Django. I would still argue the neurotic stuff a little bit.
Wait. I'm sorry. Are you telling me that you didn't even watch that segment about?
I did watch it, but I misinterpreted it.
Okay, how? It's like she's coming out and directly saying the ridiculous statements, but unless you agree with it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. This looks bad.
But I just don't understand. Like to me, it is the most basic, like tier 1. I'm not even doing tier 2, tier 3 arguments. I'm not going into the complex minutia. All I'm doing is showing statements from an employee of this consultation group, which are immediately ridiculous. So it should be extremely easy to comprehend. And then after that, I clearly explain why it's ridiculous. There is nothing. There's not even. I don't believe there's any offensive language. I am just calmly and reasonably.
Well, yeah, but what about the neurotic thing? That's specifically.
Wait. You tweeted out about Sweet Baby. That's what you tweeted out.
Well, that was not in regards to the copyright thing, though.
I understand. It's clear that the Sweet Baby ink was why you copyrighted it.
That and the neurotic thing, though.
Okay, but I'm not neurotic. Like what?
Well, you were defending a supposed joke of his.
Okay, and you think that's copyrightable?
Wait, hold on. What's the joke? No.
It was something about like Pacts of Salem's like black guys or whatever. I don't know. It seemed like neurotic was just being racist there or something. This video was published.
Hold on. So this joke was so racist that you felt the dire need on behalf of your friend to send her the video, inform her it was racist, and then tell her to copy strike it. You can't remember the joke now.
Right.
Well, yeah, I guess now.
Even if it was racist, it's still fair use. It's still not copyright strikeable. It's still fair use.
No. Just to be so clear, you wanted her to copy strike a joke that had nothing to do with her. Like it wasn't you. It wasn't edited, so it wasn't her to make the joke. It was just neurotic. It was her person. That has no connection to her.
Hello.
Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Wait, explain to me who Jan is real quick. You asked me to add into the call.
Yeah. So Jan is a mutual friend of ours. Like he was in the call with us, and he wants to clarify a couple things.
Yeah, to be clear, I spoke with Noah a few times now, actually, but the most recent one was on the day that this happened. And I just find it, because we just spoke about this, Noah, and I just find it really interesting that you're still insisting that it was because of racism, when during the conversation you had with me, there were several insinuations, were there not, and you were still probing me whether you think after a conversation, Calesto would, 1, be inclined to take the video down of his own accord, and 2, you never bothered to mention this horrendous racism to me, even despite the fact that we were entirely talking about the video and several key points from it. And you didn't feel the need to mention that you took down this copyright strike stuff until the tail end of it, when I pointed out that Calesto just got a copyright strike request. You seemed very taken aback by that, did you not? So I'm just wondering what that was about, if it was very much incited by this primal urge to right this great racist wrong.
Yeah, that's like because again, I did think that joke was racist. Honestly, I did not want to see Deus' art on there. That's just me. I don't think it went down the right way at all.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if there's all sorts of offensive humor on YouTube. Like you can't just take a PNG and then just be like, yeah, now it's time to take the video taken down.
One more thing, Calesto, just sorry for a second, Noah, because I happen to have a very good memory. So you made a stream with Simon responding to this video, and when the joke came up, so the joke was what Calesto articulated, and then Calesto's rebuke, if you will recall, was that this was nerdwright quoting from South Park, and then you were told that.
No, I said if Noah's going to use South Park, and he's a fan of South Park, I don't think this is that offensive or that outside the line.
Yeah, no, but my point is that not the racist joke in question.
Yeah, no, the joke is the joke, but I'm just saying what I said in the video is different.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was your, like you said that the joke was on South Park as well. And
no, wait, not that the joke was on South Park.
You're getting it mixed up.
It doesn't matter. The joke doesn't matter.
Sorry. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I can find the stream.
Okay, I have a quick question. To know. When you reached out to Deus and you told me that you talked her out of like copy striking my video on you that also has your PNG avatar, was that true or was that not true?
I did actually, because she did see that because she found your video. She was considering striking it.
So after you went to her, after you directly went to her and said, hey, like, and showed her how to copy strike a video based on like false intention, like this, because you misunderstood a joke, you misattributed racism on your end. Then she went over to me and was attempting to copy strike it.
She was about to do that, and I talked her out of it.
Why? Why did you talk her out of it?
Well, because I mean, like, at that point, I was, I think, I mean, that video, honestly, I wouldn't say is racist. It's the old, like, plagiarism video.
Oh, so is it racist or not?
There wasn't anything worth striking in there.
Well, how'd she find it? Like, how'd she find it?
She just searched up OtterlyNoah on YouTube.
What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
I mean, like, at that point, I was, I think, I mean, that video, honestly, I wouldn't say is racist. It's the old, like, plagiarism.
Is it racist? Is he racist or not, Noah? Is this racist or not, Noah? Noah, answer the fucking question.
Video. There wasn't anything worth striking in there.
Well, how'd she find it? Like, how'd she find it?
She just searched up OtterlyNoah on YouTube.
Okay, so
copyright striking stuff. Is that what was going on?
If I DM her right now and ask her, and ask her if what you're saying is true, will she verify that?
I will send you a screenshot specifically showing exactly that whole thing. Let me go up and find that exchange.
Okay, Noah. Right. What I'm asking you is, why would you not want to copy strike that one? Why Callisto?
Because I told her not. Like, I personally, I don't think that was racist.
No, but okay, hold on. By your standard, okay, if your PFP is on a thumbnail, that means
Did he say I don't think Noah's racist? What?
Seriously, your artist stands by what is said in that video. That's your standard that you've laid out there. Does your artist think that you're like a plagiarist? Does your artist stand by all of those criticisms there and everything said about you within?
What's that?
Does your artist want to be associated with this video?
Right. Like, it doesn't matter if it was racist. It's still fair use. You can't just start copywriting that shit. It's not illegal, but it's fucked up, dude. Like, it's just an internet sin you don't do.
That one?
I think I finally reached perfect audio levels. I'm not changing the setting. It's staying like this.
Wait, are you asking, like, if they want to be associated with that video?
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah.
They do want to be associated with it. Okay, so your artist stands behind wholeheartedly everything that Select says in this video.
Wait, sorry, hang on, what?
Okay, so the line of logic here, okay, your profile picture being on a thumbnail, you're worried that means that your artist stands behind what is said in that video. So if there's a racist joke, it reflects on her. Does your artist stand behind everything said in this video?
Exactly.
I don't know. You'd have to ask her, honestly.
Okay, well, for what she did DM me and, like, verify what he said regarding...
The obvious answer is no. Yeah. The obvious answer is no, okay? Because obviously, it's not your artist co-signing the fucking video because somebody's taken your PFP and included it in the fucking thumbnail. Nobody knows who the fuck this woman is. It doesn't reflect on her at all. You would agree.
She's not even like an internet.
Now that you've explained that, I do agree.
No, it's not that now I explain it. It's absolutely fucking obvious. Okay? I would say that it's very obvious. It's a very obvious concept. I don't think you're just realizing this now. I think you've known it all along. And this is a gay cope, if I might be so bold.
The only reason people know who the artist is because of the copyright claim. That's like that is why.
Mm-hmm. That's the only reason people know about this, yes.
So then how would it even make sense to then say that because the PNG is on the thumbnail, that then people would find out versus you directly doing a copy strike on my video because you wanted it taken down?
And well, more to the point as well, when we were talking, which was prior to this copyright strike going out, like it was almost synchronous, but like, were you not consistently asking about is there a chance that this video could get taken down and how you kind of don't want it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so you admit that you did that.
Yes.
You see how this is a very convenient timeline, right?
Again, this Noah motherfucker is just so incredibly dishonest. Hi, Darth. Yeah, you missed like most of the stream. I'm gonna cut this soon. But yeah. We're shitting on OtterlyNoah. He's a YouTube copyright strike fucking abusing plagiarist.
Yes.
The irony.
Okay. And so you would ask Dickus and Callisto and you and me to believe
level's perfect. I think this is it. I think this is the move.
That you, at the time that you and I spoke about possibly having a reconciliation with Callisto, which you, by your own admission, hoped would result in this being taken down, you were also simultaneously battling these inner demons about whether or not you should have it taken down because it's actually racist, and the racism voices prevailed, yeah?
It's a racism!
But then you still asked me if I could reach out to Kino or if I could, give you access to Kino so you could have a conversation with him to smooth things over with him after the bicker you had on stream, yeah? Can you see how this doesn't make any sense at all?
Cries racism for no apparent reason. Fuck.
Hello?
You're free to respond at any time.
Noah?
Yes.
Noah, respond,
Thoughts?
please.
You know what I think?
I reached... what?
I think that you wanted that video. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
You just charged up.
Yeah, go on. You go on. And then I'll say my piece if need be. But you go ahead now.
Damn it.
You have to recharge.
Yes.
I ruined it.
Okay, do you want to take a break from that question so I can ask you another question? Because
okay, I can kick Jan if it's going to make you a lot easier. Okay, if it's going to make you easier on Noah. Okay, I can kick Jan out of the group if you'd like.
They're just letting him talk.
I mean, I guess I don't have any ill will against Jan or really anyone at all.
There's no way you don't have any ill will, bro. You tried to
hold on.
Copyright
I appreciate being on the channel, Jan. If there's anything else you want to talk about, feel free to DM me. Okay, I'm gonna drop you.
Yeah, that's fine. There is. Have a good night. Cheers.
Have a good one. Cheers to that.
Yeah, but no,
I don't know how you can say there's no ill will here. Like obviously there was to like the maximum extent while I was trying to resolve things quietly.
Well, no, there's another question I want to ask you.
At the end of the day, this guy made right-wingers look good. Just remember that.
So I just got a DM from Deus, and she said she showed me a screenshot that when she reached out to you with my video, you said they didn't know who I was. Why say that?
Because I don't like I would say I did not know you personally.
Okay, that's clearly not how you were responding. Like you don't know me. You clearly do know me. You knew about the context. Does she not know about like the plagiarism controversy you were in?
I think she does.
Okay. And I just don't get why you wouldn't tell her that you know me. I guess that's.
Shit, I lowered the volume of a video a little bit. Sorry. I just muted my mic.
It's weird. Like, what's the mentality there?
I meant that I do not know you personally. That's what I meant by that.
Okay. Yeah, again, it's still weird, but I don't know. Like, I cut off Callisto. Like, what were you asking, Callisto?
I'm just saying, like, there's clearly ill will here, and this was a complete breach of like any sense of norm and what we discussed. Because you're kind of acting like, oh, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Let me like go, like I'll talk to the artist. Like when it was you, like you weren't upfront like about anything, and then like now you're like, oh, I didn't like correctly check that part or comprehend it. My bad. Like it was you. Like you got upset at the video, which fine, but then you wanted it gone, and then you copyright struck the thing.
Okay, because the really fucking annoying thing through this, okay, because I know that you want to be treated with fucking kid gloves over this shit. But you're like in your fucking 30s or some shit, aren't you? Like I'm sure Kino Flex can fucking attest to this fact. Well, you look like you are, but anyway, I'm sure Kino Flex can attest to this fact that I've been fucking screeching and screaming at him for being so fucking bitch made over this stuff, not pressing you fucking hard enough, and keeping everything private behind the scenes, because there's something insanely fucking fishy going on here. It's not being brought to the fucking public. You've got this guy over a fucking barrel, and you are trying to rape him, and you've been trying to rape him in private for the last several days now, okay? Trying to make sure that any evidence that you send over to Kino Flex can't be sent to me and released publicly. You want to all handle behind closed doors, because you knew what you were doing was fucked, right? It was malicious. You didn't like this guy's video talking smack about you. It was a small fucking channel, only released one video in the last year, so you thought you could give him a copyright strike, and nobody would give a fuck, because this guy's got no fucking connections.
That was not my mindset there, no.
Okay.
I personally just, like I said before, I'm just tired of drama. So that's why I did block a lot of drama channels there on YouTube, on Twitter.
Okay, but no, like you're tired of it after you try instructing your artists to directly engage in something that would cause drama. And see, that's the problem people have, right? You understand that?
I mean, I don't think that's the problem.
That was not my intent doing that.
I don't really care if Noah gets into drama. I think he's like fucking over smaller creators. That's more so the thing, right? Noah's not the victim.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe his artist is like tangentially the fucking victim, but Callisto is being like massively fucked over here. Noah, you're saying, for example, okay, that you don't stand by this anymore. Have you not reiterated this standard? That the artists are totally within their right to be able to send copyright takedowns to people based on thumbnails if they don't like the content and if they don't like how it's being used?
Yeah,
I mean, for like 4 weeks ago.
Exactly.
And now Kino Flex says that he wants to bring it to me and have a conversation on stream, and now you've 180'd.
What's that?
Okay, so Kino Flex wants to bring you to me to have a conversation publicly on stream. This is a position that you've held 4 weeks ago and right up until, I don't know, 12 hours ago, and now you've completely changed.
The video's audio a bit, by the way.
On artists being able to strike thumbnails or something?
Yeah, that they don't want their art to be associated with.
She had no problem. She fully said I was free to use the thumbnail. There was no problem.
She apologized. We have no beef with her. She's innocent in all this. She's manipulated, like just like I was. Like, again, don't send her anything or anything like that. That's the one. That's what I promised to say on the stream. Don't send any hate to this person. Like she did not knowingly do anything wrong except just be manipulated.
Okay, that's
Can we get the artist on this stream?
She wants to be left alone. She wants to be left alone.
She doesn't want any internet presence. I told her that I can read off anything she wants to say on stream, but that's it. Like she doesn't want to be on. She just wants to be left alone.
I mean, I just don't understand.
Honestly, so like I'm just gonna say.
Okay, let me just say, because you're trying to jump in now as if you're being defensive of her and saying that she doesn't want any.
Bro, Noah's such a dishonest piece of shit. But problem is, I'm so fucking tired, and I have work tomorrow morning. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this short, and then I'm gonna see if we can do this tomorrow. Finish this up tomorrow, the OtterlyNoah segment, and then we'll do another segment next week. But dude, I have to pass out. I can't keep streaming today. I'm sorry, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, though. Leave a like on the stream if you haven't already, and I will see you